right. Fuck, man. I'm gonna be sweaty as fuck.
Well, your audio is a little better.
Okay, that's good.
It's not as muffled, but it's not loud.
Okay. Well, what do you call this? I'm gonna be sweaty as shit because the probably part of the reason why my audio was muffled, and the same reason why Logan's audio is like a little bit muffled now is because he turned on the fan and I turned off my fan. So if you guys see some fucking sweat in my shirt, fuck it, you know. Yeah, I'm like
take off your shirt.
Take your shirt off.
Take your shirt off. Anyway,
I just turned off my fan. Is my audio muffled now?
It's no, it's good. It's good. Actually, it was good as well.
Is it hot there, Logan?
It's super hot. Yes.
Really?
Even during the winter, it's so hot out here that the rain is hot. It sucks. Yeah.
Oh so, yeah. That's pretty much how it is over here too.
It's actually cold right now here in California. It was foggy the whole day.
I miss fog so much, man. Oh.
It never fogs there?
No, we get no fog. No fog.
Oh, wow. Oh,
I miss that's one thing, like when I moved away, I didn't think I would ever miss something so much as the weather.
Like, I didn't sign up for this shit. I didn't sign up for fucking like
it's okay. It's gonna get foggy during the winter. I'm like, where the fuck's the fog? It's still hot. That's why you get island fever. You get island fever. It never fucking changes, you know.
Yeah.
And so I gotta break away every once in a while.
Well, the good thing about it is like when you go to the Philippines, you'll be like, okay, it's okay. Same.
Yeah, but the women are beautiful in the Philippines.
What, in Hawaii they aren't?
The tourists.
Good point. Yeah, good point. So you're saying I wouldn't have a chance in the Philippines, like I don't have a chance here. I got it. Thanks.
Of course you have a chance in the Philippines. Come on now.
You
should go visit, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Next year, dude. Next year I'm gonna go visit. I'm gonna go spend Christmas there. Go.
Christmas.
Oh fuck, dude! You know what? I've given up. I've given up trying to talk this guy into fucking coming and visit over here. Coming to visit over here because
is, what if
it's like fucking waiting for Jesus to come back.
Christmas, New Year's. Oh man, that's it.
Like,
it would be cool.
Yeah, you know that's an interesting thing. What if I did like half Japan, half Philippines? It's all Asia,
dude.
You know.
Japan is like what? How many hour flight or something? It's so close
to Hawaii,
to the Philippines. So
you
can even spend like a weekend in Japan and come back in the Philippines if you want. You know, it's so close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I'm greasy like Jermaine. Do you remember the reference, Dad?
You gotta wipe it off the screen.
Do you remember the reference? Tell me you remember the reference. Ate Shine.
Greasy like Jermaine. Well, I'm thinking Chris Rock, right?
Yeah, Chris Rock, remember?
Yeah. I can't say that. I can't say that because you know you'll be deplatformed.
He said something like he uses Armor All on his hair or some shit.
I thought I was done with Jermaine.
Oh man! All right, guess. Okay,
I haven't seen that in a while.
Man, we're gonna pitch. All right, we gotta fucking kickstart this. Okay, this is the hustle narrative, and this is the first time that we're doing a video call podcast. So if it's a video call, and I'm over here in the Philippines, and just tell me where you guys are at.
We're in 3 different time zone or something.
Yeah, so Manila time zone is 12:24. Tell me where you guys are at. Tell me where you guys are.
Well, I'm just saying it would be interesting to say what time it is as we say. So right now, my name is Logan. I'm in.
Right now, your name is Logan, but later on, like tonight, it's gonna be like Lucy or something. Is that what you're gonna say?
It's 6:25 p.m. over here.
It's 8:25 here in California, Bay Area.
No. There's another crucial factor. Well, it's 12:25 p.m. over here, but November 8th.
You're in the future, baby.
I'm in the fucking future, man. I'm fucking, I'm Marty McFly, bitch.
Holy shit, man. What happens to us in the future?
Oh, man. It's crazy. I'm not going to tell you, though, because it's going to alter your future.
Marty McFly for Halloween.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, and Marty I was like, are you wearing Calvin Klein's?
Oh, that's cute. Actually,
I dressed up as Lorraine Bates.
Actually, that's another a good backstory. When I was like 14 or whatever, when we just met Log, and I was like
Yeah.
asking Log like, hey, what's your favorite movie? And I was like, and
Oh, you
he
want
was
to tell
like,
this story?
okay, first I think you asked me the question. And I was like, Magnolia, man, or something. Or, I don't know. This is something like
Oh, you talking about the first time we
not the first
met?
time, not the first time, but when we were talking about like our favorite movies, and then you said Back to the Future trilogy, and I was like, what the? I was like thinking, oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. But then I was
You know what, man?
but then I was deep
This
inside.
is
I was like, this
before-
guy's
all right,
fucking
This is
lame.
before, mind you, I had seen Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
and then so I knew what cinema was. you know?
Yeah.
But Back to the Future was so like close to my heart, right?
Yeah.
But excuse me, when I saw Annie Hall, Woody Allen, I'm sorry, I had to break up with Back to the Future trilogy. I
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
it's not you, it's me.
Oh,
I met
shit.
somebody who's more intellectual.
Woke people are
Makes me
tuning
laugh.
out. Someone
know.
mentioned Woody.
Well,
Woke people
fuck 'em.
tuning out. No, but anyway, no. What I'm saying is like actually, well, that's good. That's good. If you transition to Annie Hall or whatever. But at the time, I was like thinking, that's fucking lame. That's like saying, like, oh, my favorite music is I don't know, like if you were to say something like
Blink 182.
yeah, or something
At the
like
time.
that.
At the
then,
time.
But then, if you think about it, now that I'm looking back, actually, Back to the Future, especially the first one, is like one of the most perfect movies that I've ever seen. It's just you go in there
the
and
storytelling.
yeah, it's really good. It's really
and
good.
it's just like it's just cool like to see your parents in high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That concept and
It's still
look
like
what-
good.
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
That's
If
what
you
it
think
is.
about
I
it,
think it's
yeah.
better
Most
now.
movie like it.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah, that's true.
I have a thing. I love time travel stuff. I'm not so much Star Wars. I'm not so much Star Trek, but I love like Blade Runner. Right?
Oh man, you're you're tuning out a lot of
Eric's
people
favorite
with your
movie.
comments. No, that's
Is
good.
it?
That's good though.
I mean, look, what's his name?
Zemeckis.
Lucas.
Oh yeah.
Star Trek. I love Philip K. Dick. I love Dick.
Hold on. Philip K.
That's
Dick.
it.
Philip K. Dick. Where did that come from?
Philip K. Dick wrote the story to
Yeah.
Blade Runner.
Oh! You said Blade Runner. I didn't
I
catch that.
What's his
Yeah.
name? Ryan
Dude,
Ridley Scott.
Android, whatever. Go to
Do
dream
androids dream
sheep.
of
sheep.
electric
Yeah,
sheep or
electric
something
sheep.
like that?
Yeah, there. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
And Minority Report.
Oh, that's
you
awesome.
know.
That's awesome. Minority Report.
Oh yeah, that is. And that's
Yeah.
Eric's favorite movie.
Minority Report.
Blade
Runner. Yeah. How did he like 2049? I thought that was amazing.
2049 was sensational.
Yeah.
That's the one
I
with,
wrote
the new
I
one.
wrote a whole
Yeah,
little
Gosling.
essay. Yeah, he was great. I wrote a whole little essay about it. Like forgive me, Denis
Villeneuve.
DV.
Denis Villeneuve.
What he managed to do was he embraces and loves the original so much that he translated that passion and excelled the sequel to be better. Not better so much, but he did it right. And he
Yeah.
excelled the sequel because we had a lot riding on it. Like, don't fuck this up. This is Blade Runner. Like in particular with the the English like Blade Runner is their shit, you know. And what he did, he managed to like heighten expectations and succeeded in my opinion.
Yeah, it's you still when you watch the movie, it's still Blade Runner.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
it
it
doesn't
like,
deviate or anything.
No,
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like what they were saying about Last Jedi. I like Last Jedi, but a lot of people were saying that it was a good movie, but it wasn't Star Wars anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like that, I guess.
I guess I'm not like hardcore on Star Wars. I didn't think there's anything wrong with it. I thought it was all right.
Yeah,
But
which
I
is
mean,
funny.
I think
You
they're
know my
all
story.
alright.
You know my story. It's so funny because I got to see the original Star Wars trilogy because I borrowed your box set with a Vader thing on the box.
Right.
Yeah,
VHS.
it's so funny.
Jeez,
Yeah.
I remember that.
VHS.
Yeah,
VHS.
VHS. Come on, represent.
Widescreen.
Yeah.
The black bars were on the top of the bottom of the
Exactly.
screen.
But speaking of Villeneuve, so he's gonna do Dune, and I think speaking of which, Eric liked Dune, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Villeneuve, the director of Blade Runner 2049, is doing Dune, a remake with Timothée Chalamet.
Hold on.
As
Let me go
Sting.
run real quick. I have some precious stuff.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, who are paying attention, Eric is Sunshine's husband.
Yeah, and Sunshine
Just
is
get
my
that up.
dear sister. Logan is my wife. So Logan's my wife. That's the orientation. Logan's my wife. Sunshine's my sister. Eric is Sunshine's husband, and Logan is Eric's side piece.
Well, we're talking about VHS earlier.
Oh man, are you gonna show us a tape? Are you gonna show us a fucking tape?
Reminded me of this.
Oh my god, dude, when are you gonna fucking digitize that? When are you gonna digitize those?
DV tapes?
Yeah, which ones are those? Are those my movies?
What are
those
movies?
my fucking movies? Oh my god.
What is that?
What does it say?
Raging Logan.
What?
There's one here that says Raging Logan.
Shut the fuck up.
What is that the teleportation?
Hold on.
This is the egg.
Oh, Troop Vitalis at the fucking egg? Oh my god,
Ryan,
dude.
you gotta
Troop Vitalis
digitize
at the
some of
egg?
these.
Hold on. Dude, I've been...
You know what? I've been trying this, Mark.
I've been trying to fucking get my sister to digitize them. What the fuck does Raging Logan mean? What the fuck does that mean? That is scary.
Probably my Jake LaMotta impression.
Probably.
Could this be like the? Oh no!
The
I think it's
the
Santa Claus one. Or when you punch the wall.
Oh, when you punch the fucking wall. Oh,
when you
okay.
punch the wall.
When you punch the wall.
Yeah, kicked all those asses. I don't know.
Yeah.
But too bad we don't have a video of when you patch the wall.
I know. Hold on.
Somebody has a video of that somewhere.
Let me take a phone call. Keep talking. Let me
right?
take a phone call real quick. Okay.
Jose is gone and married 8 times by now.
No
I don't
way.
know. I don't know. I haven't spoken to Jose.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Is the audience really going to care about this? This is us reminiscing.
I know. It's just. I think it's just like trying to see how it works. Future stuff. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
absolutely.
So when was the last time you saw Young Frankenstein?
Quite honestly, like at least 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, and I tried to go on.
Yeah.
I tried to go on Netflix. Netflix. It's not on Netflix. I was trying to prepare, but I know a lot about Mel Brooks. I know a lot. Blazing Saddles is a great movie.
Yeah.
I know enough of Young Frankenstein. I've seen the original Frankenstein. With Boris Karloff. Was it? I know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Was it Karloff? Yeah, it wasn't Lugosi.
No.
Lugosi was the vampire, Dracula.
Man,
But I
sorry
think
about
Lugosi
that.
also played Frankenstein once.
Who did?
I feel
Lugosi.
Was that right, Mark? Lugosi, did he ever play Frankenstein?
Yeah,
or was it always
he
Karloff?
did. He did. No,
He did,
well,
right.
Karloff was the original, but Lugosi did
Yeah.
Frankenstein too. And
He did one time.
and Karloff.
This is when all your younger
Karloff
folks
did.
are like, what?
I think Karloff did Dr. Frankenstein once. I'm pretty sure he did. Or did he? Fuck, man. It's gonna show how fucking.
I see.
I think he did.
Eric
Next
knows
time.
all this shit.
Next
Yeah,
time
I
I do
think-
my research and prepare.
Yeah, I think Karloff did the
Hey,
doctor.
I have the iPad. Let's go look it up.
Yeah. But Lugosi, oh my God! One of the things that one of the prominent movies that introduced me to Lugosi was, of course, Ed Wood. Tim Burton's Ed Wood.
That was probably when my cherry popped.
Oh man, Martin Landau.
He was good.
Man, he was so good.
That's
Do you guys
right.
remember? I don't know.
I think is he still alive?
You know what? By the way,
Let's
I
ask.
actually searched the
Alexa.
cast of Young
Is
Frankenstein
Martin
because
Landau
I didn't.
still alive?
What?
Oh my! I actually searched the cast. I was looking into like
He died.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. So I was looking into the cast of Young Frankenstein because I didn't want it to be filled. I didn't want it to be filled with like, oh shit, is she still alive? Is he still alive? Is she still alive? And guess what? Yeah,
They're
of
all
them.
dead.
No, not. Well, Cloris Leachman, the one who played.
She's still alive.
Yeah, she's still alive, and Terry Garr, Inga, is still alive, and of course Mel Brooks. She was so beautiful. She was so beautiful. I had a crush on her.
Oh yeah, I have a crush on her.
The funny thing is,
she's still alive, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
The funny thing. Okay.
Sorry, that's rude.
Yeah. No.
Good,
Yeah.
great.
But the funny thing was, like, when I first saw her, and when I first saw her, she reminded me a lot of. Well, when I first saw her in Young Frankenstein, she reminded me a lot of Jennie Garth, which is like an assonantal rhyme to Terry Garr. Doesn't she kind of look like Jennie Garth
from 90210?
No, not 90210.
Who's Jennie Garth?
Yeah, that's what I thought Jennie Garth is.
Yeah, from 90210.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right?
Wait.
You're right.
Jennie Garth. Wait, who am I talking about? No, I'm not talking. Fucking.
You're talking about Raging Bull Woman.
No, Kathy Moriarty. No. I'm talking about that sitcom. The sitcom with the fucking
Lisa Kudrow, Friends.
No. The sitcom with the two. I'm pretty sure her name is Jennie Garth.
Perfect Strangers.
No.
Balky.
Dad. Can you look up Can't Hardly Wait? Can you look up Can't Hardly Wait? The angel stripper in Can't Hardly Wait.
Oh yes.
Jenna Elfman. That's
from
it.
Jenna Elfman. Yes.
Fuck, man. I was gonna make a trivia out of the assonantal rhyme of Jennie Garth and Terry Garr, and it's not even the fucking same person I'm talking about.
And Larry and Craig or something. The two gay guys.
Two gay guys.
No. The Jenna and Greg. Yeah.
No, Dharma and Greg. Dharma and Greg.
Yeah.
And aren't they? So it's her and two dudes, and they're gay. Or am I thinking of a different show in time? Deborah Messing's in it.
No. That's Will and Grace. That's Will and Grace. Will and Grace. Yeah. Anyway, fuck man. Let's
flashback. I never watched those shows.
Jenna Elfman is also.
Hold on. Before we move on, doesn't Jenna Elfman kind of look like Terry Garr?
No.
Man, I'm gonna squeeze
Not all
in.
white people look alike.
You wish. So you'd look like fucking Tom Cruise or something.
Leo.
Well, I do look like Leo.
Da Vinci. But man, okay, we gotta have some kind of fucking narrative thread to this, you know.
We're the ones who
like. You're gonna have fun editing this one, baby.
Oh no, I'm not gonna edit it. I'm not gonna edit. I'm gonna leave it as is.
Man, you're host.
Okay. Okay. All right, let me host. Okay, so originally, this was supposed to be a test run. Okay, this was supposed to be a test run for The Irishman because we talked about The Irishman and fresh out of the oven on November 27th. We're gonna watch it, or we're gonna watch it in our, separate
time
zones, and then we're gonna convene and do this, and then talk about The Irishman, and so we plan to do a test run. But then we figured that, might as well make it special and talk about a movie that we love, or a very significant movie. So we figured since The Irishman is gonna be, it's probably gonna be a little bit heavy material. So we thought that let's agree, maybe let's just do a movie that's light yet great. Not like. Diminishing its.
Mel Brooks is a genius.
Mel Brooks is a genius.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now we're doing Young Frankenstein as for this test run, and now for the next probably 40 minutes or something, we're gonna try and keep just stay on track and talk about.
That is the challenge.
Yeah, that's the challenge, to talk about Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein was released in 1974.
If I keep doing this all day.
What?
I'm here. I'm back. Sorry if I keep doing this all day. It's just I'm sitting low, and my hair's in my face, and I can see myself. So that naturally, I'm self-conscious.
No, it's cool. Yeah, I know. That's why I put on a hat, because I'm having a fucking.
Damn it, I should have brought a hat.
I'm having a fucking Anton Sugar, No Country for Old Men hair right now. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking. I'm gonna put on a fucking hat.
Damn, that was a good one.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's a good movie. Man, we're off to a good fucking start.
Before we continue with Young Frankenstein, can I just say something?
We weren't talking about Young Frankenstein. That's the thing.
Oh.
No. Go ahead.
Oh, we talked about Terry Garr.
Okay. Yeah.
I just have to intercept something real quick, and I want to know what your opinion is. So there's a movie in production right now where they have cast a digital representation that is all likeliness James Dean in his prime. Like they're casting a character kind of like what they did with Will Smith in this new Gemini man. They digitized an actual human being, but in the all likeliness of James Dean, and they're giving James Dean credit as in the movie. And people seem to be okay with this, although there's a lot of
I don't know about the credit part. The credit part is kind of weird.
They know because I think
what?
That's what the James Dean family estate or something has given permission to use his name and likeness to cast him in this movie. It's based on it's a war movie that's based on a story written in 2011, and he's playing a supporting role.
And it's a supporting role.
And it's a supporting role
just to be a fucking supporting role.
And
is he like
I mean,
Robin?
to me, I have no. I think it's like a one scene moment, kind of thing, like a one moment, like
monologue
one scene
kind of thing,
shit like that. And
they did that for Rod Serling in the last episode of the new Twilight Zone. I didn't like how he looked and how he moved.
I mean, I think that's more like a tribute kind of a thing. It was his show. He was creator of the show, I believe. That's more like that's an homage and honor, right?
No. I like the
that.
idea. I didn't like how the face moved. It looked like
But you got to think of the time era that was probably made. Okay, but this is like a complete reconstruction of James Dean.
Okay,
and I was thinking, well, what if it's so good, wink, wink, that he's nominated for an Oscar?
Damn.
Who speaks on his behalf, and what choices did the director make to make James Dean do that?
This is like a Philip K. Dick story.
Well, maybe James Dean wouldn't have done it that way. It's like hey man, next movie coming this summer, Brando reprises the fucking Godfather. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking.
I'm a little apprehensive about this whole idea.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking not just the award. Just the award receiving thing, even the whole credit thing is kind of strange.
Yeah, because the credit thing makes it like a person.
Yeah,
not a person though.
A real person.
Yeah.
Like,
By the way, Logan, the Twilight Zone thing that I was talking about, that it's the new Twilight Zone with Jordan Peele. Like it came out like this year.
Oh yeah, I've never seen that yet.
Oh okay. Well, anyway, they did that for Rod Serling, but.
I think that's okay.
Yeah, no, that was fine. It was fine.
I think that's fine.
I think it was cool. But the James Dean thing is just kind of like strange. Like what? So
where does it stop?
Exactly.
Marilyn Monroe.
Where do you what defines you as a performer, as an actor, as a person? Even what the look?
You're right. And then they're gonna like recreate his voice by some voice actor. It's like, come on. His inflection would be different, the thing about acting
I know
is
they're just gonna put a lot of fucking dots on James Franco and like tweak it and shit.
Well, I was just like, why don't you just fucking cast James Franco? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not gonna get James Dean. He was one of our greatest.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like one of the greatest.
Why don't they just cast Luke Perry?
Oh no! That's the last one. That is the last one. That is the last one.
Too furious? Oh, he wasn't in that shit. Oh, Paul Walker maybe.
Oh my God, Logan! Did you just fucking confuse Paul Walker with?
Not all white people look alike.
Shit. No, I actually worked with Paul Walker. Actually, my very first professional gig in Hollywood, so to speak, it was shot in Hawaii, was for a Paul Walker commercial.
Oh,
2 months later, 2 months later, he died. It was kind of, it was very surreal, but very nice man.
I know. I heard that he's actually like a really nice guy on set.
Like cool, like real cool. Yeah.
How are the six pack though?
I was gonna say something, I forgot.
With James Dean.
Oh no, Luke Perry. Like I remember, like he's in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah,
that's right.
I know.
Yeah,
Mark, man, I wish we recorded our conversation about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because that was a real event. It like meant something, you know. And like,
we're gonna do that for the Irishman. I think the Irishman is gonna be you know, I think it's gonna be cool.
But like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was like really kind of important. It was like it was really important.
I know.
You know, the break from Harvey Weinstein, that toxicity. It was the first time one of his scripts wasn't leaked online, so you can't read it before, you know. So it was like a real surprise and such an homage, and it was very poignant what he did with the Rolling Stone song.
I love that. I've always loved that song.
I've seen that movie 6 times.
I've always
that
you're
song,
out of touch, my baby. Mick Jagger, don't fucking sue me. It brings tears to my eyes, because you see the title card, August 9th, whatever, 1969. And it's like, you know what's going to happen. Yeah.
I mean, it was such a poignant moment. I'm like, I can't believe Tarantino has taken my heart, put it in a fucking vice, and he's about to twist it.
Somehow,
I couldn't believe a filmmaker like that did that. I mean, I can.
Somehow,
I couldn't believe he had it in him.
Yeah, somehow, I was talking to Sunshine about this, but somehow, when this is a spoiler, but so at the end, when Brad Pitt was like worried about his dog, and then Leo made a joke like, you'll never get her back or something. You'll never get her back.
Yeah. What's her name has her, and you'll be lucky if you ever see her again or something.
Yeah. Or something. So it kind of for me, it kind of signaled or triggered this thing that, even if it was a joke, it was clearly a joke, but it kind of, you know how movies are, but so it kind of triggered like, oh fuck, what if something happens to him and they never see each other, you know?
Because look at what just happened. Yeah,
because
like
what
this
just
whole
exactly,
thing.
Exactly.
Like,
and then,
I mean, he's lucky enough to be alive.
Yeah, and then Leo says, I think, I don't, fuck, I forgot who said it, but like, you're a good friend. So one of them says you're a good friend to the other. I think Leo said it to Brad.
Leo says it to Brad Pitt, and he goes, "I try," which was
my
back
God.
to the beginning.
Somehow
it was harking back to the beginning when Al Pacino says, it sounds like a good friend," and he goes, "I try." The very first scene in the movie. God!
Somehow
he repeats it. So that's fucking writing.
And you realize that you've been watching these people just talk, but then at the end when they say that. When they say that dialogue, you realize like, oh my God, like you're actually affected by their friendship. You're actually, you're buying into the friendship, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then with I was telling Sunshine about it, like when Margot Robbie. No. First it was Emile Hirsch. Hey man, what's going on? Oh my God, I was like, fuck, dude, like it was so. Since we were so into it already, it was like Tarantino altered history for the next few minutes. Like, oh my God,
he created a parallel universe.
Exactly.
What'd you just say?
He created a parallel universe,
like where the tragedy didn't happen. And it became like
when Emilio, what's his name? Emilio Hirsch.
Emile Hirsch.
Yeah. When they're in the intercom and Sharon Tate says to DiCaprio,
okay.
Well, do you want to come in and have a drink? And you see Hirsch go like this. You did it. That's the sign, dude. You're in there.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, dude. He saved Sharon Tate's life.
Yeah,
you know.
And I like
future.
Maybe, and I like how from that. Starting from the whole, attack or the invasion of the Manson family, you first hear Sharon Tate through the speaker of the intercom.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? It adds
like a voice from heaven in a very subliminal way.
You forgot and then you remember.
Exactly. Yeah. You remember like, oh shit, and then Leo.
And then we're all like, you don't have no idea what you just escaped escape.
Yeah, you have
oh
no
my
idea.
God, yeah.
Yeah, you have no idea what you've just been spared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
because
when
I told when Mark and I talked about it, the thing about Sharon Tate, and I'm sure I've heard this in some interview that Tarantino said somewhere, but I'm reiterating it here. Sharon Tate is defined by her death.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately now. Yeah.
Unfortunately, but now Tarantino has given her life, and like now we are looking at her in a very different viewpoint. And I'm kind of switching gears a little bit, but I don't think Tarantino would have been able to make Once Upon a Time in Hollywood if he didn't make Inglourious Basterds the way that ended, with Hitler dying and everything.
Well, not Hitler dying, but I mean, you mean Hitler dying the way he did.
Or Hitler being assassinated, I guess. Hitler, everybody died.
Okay,
basically.
But okay, I'm gonna connect that to Young Frankenstein. Okay, so
yes.
Tarantino got a lot of like heat from like apparently the way he portrayed Margot Robbie. And
really?
Yeah.
No, okay. I know. Okay, I'll let you segue into Young Frankenstein, but it was
not segue. Actually, Young Frankenstein is the fucking topic. Everything else is the segue.
I got it. The point is, it was one reporter at Cannes who tried to feminize the idea that he undermined Margot Robbie's performance, and Tarantino shut her down. Like, no, that your hypothesis is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, she's a character.
I reject,
Wait, I reject your hypothesis. I wanted to masturbate when I heard that line. Excuse me. Sorry. I thought it was such a beautiful thing to say. I probably did.
Yeah, so hold on. Let me just ask from a female's perspective. Do you think that Margot Robbie was because I think the accusation was like, oh, Tarantino just put like an eye candy,
a pretty girl,
an eye candy. Do you think that was the case? Because for me, I think that it showed like how important she was. That she wasn't even talking that much. She was just dreaming and just admiring and her achievements and everything, just being impressed by her own achievements. And I think that was enough for someone to be human. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I don't think so, because the movie is just one part of her life. It's actually a part of her actual life.
Yeah.
Except for the ending,
Yeah.
It's only like one part. It's not like a movie about Sharon Tate's life.
Yeah.
Whole life.
Yeah.
It's not about a whole life. It's just one part, one aspect of a person's life.
That's true.
So
That's true.
You bring up a good point. In fact, if you were to really document your personal day, how often are you really talking?
Exactly. Especially if you're by yourself.
We're not recording a podcast. We're recording a podcast in that day, but before this, I mean, I talk to myself anyway.
Every day, if you think about it, if you look at your life, every day you do the same shit. Single boring shit. But if you're gonna take the highlights of a part of it, because she just got married, she's living the life, she's going
to the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah, exactly like that. Whatever. I mean,
Margot Robbie's
if we look back in a part of our life,
I wish I lived that fucking life.
Yeah. I mean, like there's one maybe some of the highlights of our lives, or a highlight period of our life. It's partying, getting drunk, hang out with friends.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's basically the thing. So, I mean, I don't think.
And we have to also mention.
What about Brad Pitt? He's like a
taking off his shirt
guy,
and
like a good-looking guy who can just do anything and beat.
That's the thing. I think
assassins and stuff. I mean,
exactly.
Thank you.
He can say,
sorry, you're talking about Brad Pitt. Sorry.
Yeah, Brad Pitt. He can say "Oh, I'm not just that,"
Yeah, exactly. I think it's even the opposite. I think it's
how it is.
Yeah, I think it's even the opposite, because Sharon Tate was shown special, even if she didn't have to be saying clever lines like Brad and Leo's characters. You know what I mean? Like, she was just there, looking at the screen, and and that was it. That was enough for someone to be respectable.
Right.
Yeah.
And okay, so the way I'm gonna connect that is because I'm gonna so from Once Upon a Time, I'm gonna connect it to The Irishman, and then I'm gonna connect it to Young Frankenstein. Okay, what does that sound?
Okay, gotcha.
What does that sound?
That was me. Sorry, I was trying
okay. Okay, so anyway,
that was me. I was charging my phone.
Okay. So anyway, The Irishman.
My apologies.
It's okay. So I just read an article, or saw a vlog, that I guess in one of Martin Scorsese's interviews in Italy, he was accused or whatever of the same thing with The Irishman, of not having strong female characters, or not one single strong female character in his movie. And Scorsese was just like, you know what?
I bet he's baffled at that.
He was pissed. I think he was pissed. Well, I was reading the transcripts, but he was pissed.
I made Alice doesn't live here anymore.
Exactly.
Hello?
He was like, he was like that, and he was like, Alice doesn't live here anymore, and fucking Age of Innocence, and fucking
Martin Scorsese.
What a criticism!
Like Scorsese.
Fucking
Age of Innocence.
I'm sorry.
Martin Scorsese is the one who did Godfather.
No. Goodfellas,
right?
yeah.
Goodfellas, yes.
He did
And
Age of
isn't
Innocence.
like the wife a strong freaking person?
Exactly.
Character?
And
that whole line.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta admit, it turned me on.
That's your best Lorraine Bracco. But no. That's true. So and they mentioned like Sharon Stone in Casino. My God, fuck man, that was like
Sharon Stone is a fucking beast of an actor.
That was the
movie.
best performance that she's ever done, I think. Casino, Ginger, that was the best fucking performance.
She looked good. She was good.
Yeah, she was really good. She was really
strong. I mean, dude, come look at this.
She fucking played fucking Joe Pesci and De Niro. She played them. She played them.
I don't really know anything around. Really, I don't really know like who's in The Irishman other than De Niro and Pesci and stuff like that.
Harvey Keitel and Ray Romano.
But I don't know the cast. I don't even know the story.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Stuff like that. Whatever. Okay,
but
the thing is like, so just for me, like in general, I'm just asking. With these people who questions about, there's no strong female character or something like that, makes me wonder, what do they think a strong female person does?
I know.
I know. I never thought of it that way. I don't know.
Sometimes what do they expect
I think they just want involvement.
The women to do, like exactly doing what the guys doing. Like,
I know, like Ocean's 8
fights and stuff.
Like Ocean's 8.
Yeah, or
well, it's like women in cinema. Women in cinema are strong because they do the things that guys won't do. If you know what I mean.
I just think that the thing is like whatever it is, I think the story is priority. Okay, and that's the same thing that Scorsese said. Scorsese said, well, if the story doesn't require it, then I'm not gonna put it in. If the story doesn't require it, it doesn't mean that he has like and same thing with Tarantino. Tarantino has written some of the fucking strongest women characters. Jackie Brown, dude. Yeah, Jackie Brown and fucking the Bride in Kill Bill. Yeah, man.
I know.
She fucking killed motherfuckers and took names. Man, she fucking killed
literally
like dozens, over 100 fucking anyone in her fucking way.
Death Proof. Death Proof.
Death
the women killed the monster in the end.
Exactly. So he got shit for that too because of the violence against women. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? These are like badass women. Yeah, these fucking badass.
Oh when I can't say these.
That's why sometimes I really wonder, like, what do they think about a strong woman should be doing? That kind of thing. Because like people, like women in our lives that are strong, they're not the one who's like, their strength is different.
Yeah.
To show female strength,
like for example,
is different
in Apocalypto, the woman in Apocalypto, she was strong.
I thought that was the strongest fucking thing.
Remember that when she gave birth, like standing on a fucking boulder,
holding the shit up.
Oh yeah.
And the two kids.
Yeah, holding one kid up. And then giving birth standing on one foot on the fucking boulder while she was about to fucking drown. And my God, I thought that was like
fucking strong. That was fucking strong.
Yeah.
A man would have drowned the baby and saved himself. I'm serious. That's and then we go, oh, he's a fucking survivor. Nah, man, the woman.
Yeah, she was.
That was very gnarly.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like women's strength is.
It's different. It's different.
I'll even say this.
It doesn't have to be the standards.
They can also do the badass physical things and stuff like that, but Not just that, you know.
But it's good because, like, what's a woman's strength versus a man's strength? It's like, well, I will take Scorsese's Bringing Out the Dead, for example. Patricia Arquette.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I saw it recently because I'm like, God damn, this is a fucking great movie. Yeah. It's really good. You should check it out again. It's very under what's that word?
I saw that in the underrated. I saw that in the movie theater.
Underrated. Patricia Arquette has to battle a death in the family who the entire family wants to keep alive. And it's more of an emotional strength that, you know, some men, I'm just scapegoating men here, but that way we might just like kind of brush off, like, I'll deal with it later. Yeah. But Patricia Arquette, like,
women are more emotionally like in tune anyway.
Yeah. So that's such a, and by the way, that criticism of Scorsese not giving women, I don't know what the exact criticism is, they don't give enough women role or something in a movie, in The Irishman.
Yeah.
That just goes to show you what that the person that claimed that doesn't know anything about Scorsese's work, doesn't know really much about movies particularly, because that whole thing about when Scorsese said you know, Marvel movies are not cinema. It's like, well, okay.
And even look, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
It's a fucking opinion.
I'm even gonna take it a step further. If the director is not happens to not make movies with women in them, if for example, if Tarantino if Tarantino made fucking like 5 Reservoir Dogs, then maybe no fucking women would ever be in his movies. But since the stories required, you know, that, then it's fine. It doesn't even matter if Scorsese didn't do fucking Casino. If The Irishman didn't require the woman or whatever, or the other way around. It's the same thing with the other way around. I'm not talking about. I have to be careful here, but yeah, I'm talking about like it's just the story. It's just the story. You know what I mean?
It is the story. I
think it says a lot about how you respect, you know, like a group of people. If you're not gonna just put them in something just so they're in something, you know what I mean? It has to be a special thing. These characters have to be special. It's not just you can, you know, like you can just just throw in. It's not. They're not fucking ingredients in a pot of like stew or whatever. You know what I mean? It's fucking people.
That made me realize. That made me realize, like, if you're actually, for me now, it made me realize, like, watching a movie, like when you watch a movie or something.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can actually critique a movie, because a movie is an art.
I agree.
So meaning it is your personal preference.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
So you cannot really critique it like saying it's wrong, because it's an art.
Yeah.
You cannot say like Picasso's like thing is wrong because it's
I totally
you can't say that because it's an art form. So it just depends on your personal preference. If you like it or not, it doesn't mean that it's wrong.
Actually,
I know.
No.
That's wrong.
I'm gonna call out Logan on this because that's actually
what. Man, I know.
I'm gonna call you the fuck out. I'm gonna call you.
And by the way, this is like 20 years ago.
No. This happened actually like this month. This happened this month.
Oh fuck.
Okay. The thing is, like, I talked to Logan.
I wish you can smoke right now. Damn.
I talked to Logan about Joker, and one of the fucking first few. I'm gonna hold on. So
I know you're gonna say
one of the first few things that he said was like, "Oh man, I didn't like the." I think it was like the second comment that you made. I didn't like the music, the
Gary Glitter needle drop on the soundtrack.
You know, Gary Glitter, don't fucking sue me. But anyway,
no.
Waiting for it.
But anyway, so I was like,
no. Well, here's let me just explain. There's certain. Go ahead.
Hold on. I think personally, it's I subscribe to what Sunshine is saying, that I think for me, just the same way, the same thing that Paul Thomas Anderson said to John Krasinski when they were watching a movie together, and then John Krasinski said something like,
criticized it.
Yeah, I don't criticized it, and then PTA kind of like took him to the corner and said, "Hey, don't say that out loud. Don't say that out loud, because it's okay if you don't like things. It's okay if you don't like things, but let's not say it out loud because we're in this together. We want the industry to be welcome to be making movies that we don't like as well. You know. So the thing is, for me,
well, what I thought was incompetence. He just exposed to the world right now. So
hold on. So what I'm saying is, I think personally, if it were up to me, if you're a real cinema lover, you would talk about cinema to praise it. If it were up to me, because just the fact that you're saying something bad about it, it already influences people. Fuck, man. I don't care what people say.
Okay.
It influences people into like looking at things. Example. This is not even a cinematic example. It's just a TV show or whatever. It's just a series. But when Sunshine told me that fucking Outlander season 3 was like it became this like contrived piece of shit or whatever, I started watching it and I was like, and bear in mind, I was the one who told Sunshine to watch Outlander. So you would think that my opinion on the show would be like higher than hers. But when she said that, I started to see what she was seeing. I was like, oh yeah, huh? Oh yeah, huh? And now she started liking the show again, and she's like, man, you have to see it. And I'm like, nah, I don't know. I can't get past that fucking episode that you were talking about. I can't get past it. You know? So
shut up! You do that to me all the time.
What, with bad reviews? No. Okay. Then I'm guilty. Okay. Then I'm guilty of it too. But yeah, I think preferably. And the thing is, here's the thing. Okay, Logan fucking said, I'm gonna call you out. Okay, Logan, I'm sorry, I love you, but I'm gonna call you out. Logan fucking said that Todd Phillips, the director, did a fucking amateurish fucking job with that scene. That was below the belt. It
was a horrible musical choice, dude. I hated it.
My God,
why did you like
amateur?
Mind you, okay, I'm not hating on it for what other people say.
Amateurish,
oh God, how do you
amateurish?
That song is of this pedophile. It's not that's not the reason. Yeah. When I hear that song in America, it's like a sporting. It's like you only hear it in like sport arenas. And when that song dropped, I'm like, oh my God, he just took me out of the movie right now. It's like, and I felt that
you already have
Joker,
a preconceived.
I get that.
Notion.
I get that.
And I felt like Joker was upheld from what he's already done. And I'm like, this is Hangover 4 right now.
I totally
like he could have chosen any other fucking song.
I totally get that.
I totally
get it. I get it.
That was my really at the time only criticism. I'm like, if I had one little
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I get that. I have a lot of those things.
Mind you, I still have to see Joker again because I'm trying to find that balance of winning the Golden Lion at Venice Film Festival and people really like hating on it because
here's the thing.
Exploits.
People also voted Trump, so I mean, honestly,
I'm not going there.
So you went Woody Allen, you went fucking Harvey Weinstein, and you're not gonna go fucking Trump direction.
Okay. It makes sense a lot of times.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I get it. I get what I don't get me wrong. I dislike a few things about a few things too. But the thing is, and I get that you were only talking to me. You were not like publishing it anywhere. But the thing was, the
hustle narrative, everybody.
The hustle narrative. But the thing was, it was just the thing for me that you said like that was like your second comment about it. So I was
because you had seen it, I had seen it.
Yeah, so it made it feel like that comment was supposed to represent the movie because it was your second comment. It wasn't unnecessary. It was just the wrong timing, I suppose.
I'll give Logan a credit or something because the reason why that, for me, and how I understood it, it's like the reason why that actually is like the most important thing that almost like needs to be mentioned for Logan is because probably it's like the movie is so perfect that one thing is just out of place for him.
Yeah, well,
along those lines, absolutely.
I can see that.
And but mind you, when we were talking, you had seen it, I had seen it. It was ruminating in my head.
But here's the thing. Here's
a week or so, and I'm thinking, yeah, I love this and that and the other, but yeah, that one goddamn scene, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just like, go Warriors.
Okay. I was being I guess I was being sentimental about it in the same way. In the same way as okay, I just got a fucking message on my anyway. So in the same way that if someone were to watch your fucking stage play, Logan, your performance on stage, and then when you get off the stage, they will say, you know what? I love the show. I just didn't like that one scene. That was amateur.
Hey man,
there's timing to
like,
that. There's timing to that.
I
that's
get it.
fucking
I get
over
it.
pancakes or over bacon or
But
something.
you know
That's fucking
something?
hang out and whatever. You know what I mean?
I have done plays like that where I'm just like, I'm all energized from the fucking performance and you were good, but why were you shaking your jacket so much that way? It's like,
right? And it
man,
just,
I get it, but that's how people are.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm sure I've said a lot of things like, "Oh my God," it's like, no. I mean, even the word, like, remember, like Mark, we were just talking about the other day, like the Gaia song.
Oh yeah.
Like that one word, I cannot like the song because of one word, how it was said.
Yeah.
What song is that?
It's an Eraserhead
from
song.
Eraserhead's first single.
Yeah.
And ever since I heard it,
what is it?
And up to now, Ligaya?
You don't have to sing it. I don't know the copyright infringement, but say the lyric. Say the lyric.
Well, because there's one word, it's called It said pangamba. But then how they sang
so
it.
It's like pangamba means like worry.
The syllable is the inflection of the syllable.
Yeah, it said weird for me.
Yeah.
So ever since the first time I heard it, up to now, I love Eraserheads, I still can't get over it.
Yeah.
So I can't even like the song because of it. You know, the kind of thing.
Shine. You know, I got to tell you, though, Sunshine, I mean, I've always been a River Maya guy. Wag na ine ulo, baby.
Rico's probably gonna see this, to be honest.
Hi, Rico.
Yeah.
I met him, actually. I met him once.
Oh, yeah?
Briefly.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So anyway, let's move. Man, I'm gonna connect to that. Okay, so I'm gonna connect to that. I'm gonna
Werewolf.
I know. So I'm gonna connect to that. So like 15 minutes before we started doing this, I was watching a few interviews on whatever related to Young Frankenstein, and I guess you guys know World War Z, that movie. You know
yes.
that's based.
Brad Pitt?
Yeah, that's based off a book that was written by none other than Max
Shrek
Brooks, Mel Brooks' son. Mel Brooks'
son.
Yeah. So he was talking.
Shrek.
So he was talking about like how his son has the same humor as his father, which is like 1970s humor. So that's why I'm connecting to it, because once upon a time in Hollywood and The Irishman and all that stuff, with all the comments on what should be done that's not serving to the story per se, but serving to what is PC, is kind of like I'm pretty sure that Mel Brooks spoke against that, because he said PC. I think he said at one point he said like being PC just kills comedy. And you know what? As much as
Mel Brooks?
Yeah, Mel Brooks said
he said that?
I think he said that, yeah. Being PC kills comedy. Well, fuck, dude, if you watch fucking Blazing Saddles, that is shocking.
Oh, I know. Well, that's what they're saying today.
I'm not even going to fucking quote that fucking movie.
Comedians are saying that too. I think fucking even Todd Phillips might have even said that too.
The amateur guy?
Actually, the director, writer of The Joker said that.
Yeah, Todd Phillips.
Todd Phillips, yeah. The amateur
guy.
Oh,
yeah.
The amateur guy.
What did I say?
The amateur guy, Todd Phillips.
Oh, Hangover 4. Yeah, I got it.
No.
And I like old school, okay?
By the way.
I would have expected Gary Glitter played an old school.
By the way.
And no, I wouldn't have.
Fuck, man, let go, Gary
I wouldn't
Glitter.
have bat an eye.
Let go. Look, I'm not gonna fucking specify it, but remember that term that we used to call each other when we that derogatory term that we used to call each other with a name.
I still have that high video, by the way.
Oh my god, we're gonna talk about it off cam later on with such.
We were kids.
Marky.
Jeez. We were kids.
Do you remember your first impression of the Young Frankenstein?
Okay.
When you start watching
I'm glad
it.
that you said that.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I
think out of all of us, I was the one. Was I with you, or did I just tell you about it? I wasn't with you.
What, me?
No, I wasn't with you, right?
Who you talking
No,
to?
Sunshine. No, you were talking to me. I wasn't with you, right? Sunshine.
When you first watched it?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But you told me about it.
Okay, I told you about it. Here's the thing, which is really cool, because right now I'm in the Philippines, and obviously, unfortunately, they don't show Young Frankenstein on TV or whatever. So I was flipping through channels. I don't know if people still flip through channels over there, but I was flipping through channels. And then
no, we don't.
Okay,
guide it.
Okay, you guide it. So I guess
we're so spoiled in this generation, man.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So I was flipping through channels, and I came across the scene. It was in black and white, and I came across the scene when Gene Wilder just who plays Frederick Frankenstein. Fuck, man, we should have done this like fucking 40 minutes ago. But yeah, Gene Wilder plays fucking Frederick Frankenstein in the movie.
It's Frankenstein.
Yeah, so he gets off.
Frederick.
yeah. So yeah. That is a funny fucking scene.
We're never gonna get
so it was close to that scene. So he gets off the train, and there's this fog, and then all of a sudden you hear the Foley of and then all of a sudden like Dr. Frankenstein, and then it showed the whole the Roger Corman like freeze frame zoom in thing on Marty Feldman, and I didn't know who Marty Feldman was, so it didn't register to me that he was a comedian. Okay, so Marty Feldman playing Igor, so he said like Dr. Frankenstein, and I was in such a panic that I just pressed like last on the remote control. It wasn't even like channel up or whatever. It was just like the last. It has that. You remember? I don't know.
Like a recall.
Yeah, like a recall to the last channel. So I just pressed that like really quick because I was by myself, and I was like scared of fucking that shot. And I was like, fuck, man. So, and then I went back after a while of flipping through channels. I was like, man, I'm not going to fucking watch that. I thought it was a horror movie. And then I came back to it. And guess what? So I came back to it like shortly. I was just curious, but I was like, I had my guard up. And everything. And I witnessed, I'm going to fucking add in the clip because I think that you can add a clip if it doesn't exceed like 20 seconds then. And it is for discussion. Disclaimer, this is for discussion. It's for educational purposes.
Educational? Yeah. And do you have to keep the audio in? Can you just go to visual?
But
can you talk
you can. I think you can. But it's just
okay.
So anyway.
I don't know. I'm just
I hope so.
Sorry,
I'm not
question.
Sure. I'm not sure, but fuck, where was that from again, Logan? Sorry, question.
Boogie Nights.
Oh yeah, Boogie Nights. yeah. So anyway,
John C. Sorry, question.
Yeah.
See, that's how subliminal Mark and I know each other. I tell you, Shine, like
I know.
We'll just do a little winks here and there, and it's like the most subliminal moment of.
It's always, when we talk about Boogie Nights, I'm always
Boogie Nights is
I'm always Dirk Diggler, and he's always Philip Seymour Hoffman. Anyway.
Hey! I'm Jack Horner, baby.
Anyway. Okay, let me get back.
I'm the Colonel.
Let me get. So,
go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. So I flipped back. I switched back to man, I forgot what channel it was, but TCM or something, I don't know. But I was treated with it was just a treat because I saw and I witnessed and I experienced probably, and I'm gonna make this my fucking statement, okay? Probably the best the best scene in a comedy film ever. I think I'm gonna stand by this fucking statement. And it was okay. I'm gonna put it in the fucking clip. And it was. But I'm gonna say it anyway. So they're talking, and then fucking the thing that Sunshine was saying with the Dr. Frankenstein, and then Gene Wilder says, "No, it's Frankenstein." Well then.
Oh, I didn't mean to spoil your. When I said that earlier, I didn't mean to spoil it for. Okay, sorry.
No, it's cool. So Frankenstein, it was Frankenstein. No, Sunshine said the Frederick too. Well, don't they say Frederick? Like, no, it's Frederick Frankenstein. Then why don't they say Frederick? Like it would like Frederick Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So then, no, it's Frederick
You must be
Frankenstein.
Igor.
Yeah. So you must be Igor, and then Marty Feldman said,
Igor.
"Oh, it's Igor." Oh, I thought they said Igor. Like, well, they were wrong then, weren't they?
Wrong.
What?
Well, they were wrong then, weren't they? Like, it's Igor. It's pronounced Igor. I thought it was Igor. Well, they were wrong then. They were wrong then, weren't they? So that's not even the scene that I was talking. That's not even the moment that I was talking about.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I can't do justice. I can't do it justice. Okay, it's gonna have to be the fucking thing. But, man, when they were about to walk off the fucking train platform. Okay, it's gonna be fucking not PC. Okay, so fucking.
It's all right.
Gene Wilder puts his arm around Marty Feldman's shoulders, and fucking his hand lands right smack on his hump. Boom!
It's like a hollow sound.
That's something they would never do. Right? They would never do anymore. Okay, that's something they would never do anymore. So
why is it on PC?
Because
I mean, why is that?
It's making fun of the disability. You know, it's like
okay. I mean, but come on.
Gal Gadot said, "Shout out to Gal Gadot if you ever, if you're watching this."
She's beautiful.
Just email me. Anyway, but what do you call this? Yeah, she said when Stephen Hawking.
That's funny.
When Stephen Hawking passed away, she said like, "Now you are free from all the physical constraints," and she was like, "Fucking." Yeah, she got a lot of heat for saying that, and I thought that was unfair.
She's right.
Yeah, even if you don't have any
bitterness
physical challenge, or physical challenge or whatever, you would still be free of physical constraints when you're a spirit, right? Anyway. We digress.
Soulful.
Yeah. Exactly. So, but it was
That's
Stephen,
a stupid
but it was
thing to be
Stephen Hawking.
mad
So
at.
they're saying like, oh, what you're saying the legacy of Stephen Hawking is like his disability or whatever. So anyway, going back. Okay.
I wish somebody had. Did she apologize for that?
No, she didn't.
Okay,
she didn't have to.
I
She was Wonder Woman.
Yeah, very good.
Exactly.
She was wonderful.
Yeah.
I can understand when people apologize for something that, oh fuck, I misspoke or I said something that did offend certain people. I'm sorry, but own up to what you say if you mean what you say. And I don't agree with like these
Trolling.
media these television stations that would fire somebody for saying something when. If it wasn't such a big deal to some asshole sitting on his couch with his hand on his cock, say, fuck this guy.
Like Alexa Chung. Alexa Chung was hosting like a red carpet at an awards show. And then,
who's Alexa Chung?
Who's Alexa Chung? Sunshine.
She's like, was she in like MTV?
Yeah, she was like a host of an MTV show or something.
Alexa.
Anyway,
Yeah.
she was
She dated
freaking Alex Skarsgård and Alex Turner.
Yeah.
Alex Turner.
Yeah, Alex Turner.
Yeah.
I don't know that is. Sorry.
Alex Turner is the lead vocalist of Arctic Monkeys. Anyway, you fucking old fool.
Oh, okay. I got it. Got it.
So Alexa like someone walked by. It was like it was a fashion red carpet thing. Someone walked by with like a big ass ball gown, and then she said like, "Oh, so wow, your dress is so nice and so big. Like you can practically smuggle 2 humans in there." And then all of a sudden they just walked her off. They're just like, "That's it, you're out,"
Why?
And then I guess they thought that she said like you could practically smuggle 2 Cubans in there.
No fucking way.
So they misunderstood what she said.
Yeah,
and she got fired for it.
Yeah, just because it sounded like that. And she didn't just get fired; she got fired on the spot. Like you're out of there right now.
Oh,
no way, that didn't happen.
That happened. She said this in Hot Ones.
Mind you, this is going to be un-PC what I'm about to say.
Oh man, I'm not.
But that's retarded. It is. That's a dumb thing to get to misunderstand and to actually fire somebody from their profession.
And you know what? You can say whatever you want.
I
You're white privilege.
you, but fuck off. What?
Yeah. But here's the thing.
Cancel me.
So going back. Okay.
I'm retarded too. Okay.
So going back.
Go ahead. Sorry. You're gonna have to edit.
I'm not gonna edit this, man. Fuck you guys.
All right.
Okay. By the way, just to let you guys know, in my last episode, I said yeah, I did. I did.
Oh,
Actually, my guest was Mott, and he's a rapper, and he was like, "Oh, so when you were over there, was it really sacred, the N-word?" And I was like, "Nah, not the way they portrayed it, and not in my world, not in high school, whatever. We said it to each other, Mexicans, whatever, this and that." And I was like,
I never said it.
Yeah.
To each other.
So
I said it privately, and when I would like rock out to.
I love fucking easy, man. So anyway, I was like, well, I didn't say it with a hard ER as they say. Okay, I did
That's
say it
true.
with a hard ER. And then I didn't say it like, and then I said it. And guess what? This was the other night.
What happened?
I said no. I said it with a hard ER. Just so
right
just
in context.
Yeah.
In context.
But then I was like, oh my god, like Sunshine is gonna be like on the credits and everything, and I don't care. But Sunshine's gonna be in the credits and everything, and I don't want her to be associated with a show that said that word, even if it's in context of, because Viggo Mortensen fucking like got a lot of heat for that. So I was like, I was like having a fever fucking dream, just like, oh man, I gotta wake up and edit that shit. So the moment I woke up, I fucking edited that shit out, and you're gonna see it. I edited that shit out, that hard ER N-word, and then just whatever, even if it's in that context. Anyway,
what's really funny is like you're talking about editing out the ER now.
Yeah.
And you edit it out anyway, and it's like you didn't, you know what I mean? It's like,
I know.
well, you're talking about it now,
it's
so
weird.
why did you edit it?
I know, it's weird. It's weird. Like the actual...
Excuse my vision, I'm listening.
The actual thing, the actual saying of it, I had to take out. But,
fuck!
Fuck happened to you, Logue? Did you drop your dildo? Fucking drop your...
Excuse me, it's called a vibrator.
If you notice, like, since we're talking about the N-word right now, I think it's the first time Quentin Tarantino's movie didn't mention an N-word.
I thought the same thing. I said the same thing.
Of the first thing
when I texted my buddy, I was like, I said that. I'm like, you got it, because I was gushing about it. I was like, you got to see this movie, blah, 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 this and that. And then, by the way, he never uses the N-word.
I know. And I was like, I even told...
And Spike Lee going, you goddamn right. Oh, man.
My first impression of
Spike Lee going, that's right, motherfucker.
Spike Lee's going, that's the only Tarantino movie I like. You know.
Oh man! All right, we had to fucking leave this fucking. It's dangerous fucking ground. Okay, it's dangerous fucking.
Look, like
yes.
The first thing I thought of after watching like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is like, my God, Quentin Tarantino has a feel-good movie, because you feel good afterwards, you know.
I thought it was a
really
feel-good
afterwards.
I know exactly what you mean by that. I know exactly. What you mean by that. The opening credits start off because he's known for these big openings, right? And the opening credits are kind of like quiet.
Yeah.
When it says a film by Quentin Tarantino,
like,
and then the two guys get in the back.
You can miss it. You can miss it for the first time.
I'm like, this is like and I mean this complimentary, but it's like this is like a film project that some kid made in college, and then the music turns on.
Man, what the fuck is with you with all that fucking references with all this amateur film project that a kid made in college? What the fuck?
Because I went to college and I was one of those film kids, and I saw what
you did not make Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when you were in fucking college. My point is just like it's silent. You see his name. Oh, how nice, how quaint! A film by Quentin Tarantino, and then Brad Pitt sits here and DiCaprio sits here, but the cast that's actually my pet
switched.
peeve. That's actually my pet peeve. But you did it when they do that in posters, like they do like Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, but their faces are like fucking the opposite. Like, what the fuck, man? Put it like right beneath the fucking name.
Well, that's kind of the point of the movie, the story.
Yeah, I know. I guess that's why it worked. Well, in Face Off too, I guess. Anyway, hold the fuck on, man. We're talking about fucking Marty Feldman's hump, okay? We're talking about fucking Marty Feldman's hump. So anyway,
we will never talk about Young Frankenstein. We talk about everything else.
I know.
By the way, mind you, the
like
Irishman won't be this scattered. The Irishman will not be this random.
All right.
But,
I'm gonna have this clip.
We're catching up. The three of us are catching up in that.
Yeah, exactly.
We are
Logan in like a decade or
years.
Something. So so that's why. It's
so is that what we should call them?
You still look beautiful. You still look great.
Is that what we should call them? Yeah. Sunshine does look good, especially with the whole floral thing. I like the whole theme. But is that what it's gonna be fucking called? Catching up with Logan for 10 years, or am I still gonna call it Young Frankenstein? Young Frankenstein and how we never. You know what?
Frankenstein-ish.
How about this, guys? How about this?
Reminiscing with young Logan.
How about I call it Young Frankenstein, or how we never got over Igor's hump?
That's a great title.
Or the whole podcast.
You get it? You guys get it?
Frankenstein.
I was trying to make a fucking crude joke.
The whole podcast, the whole episode.
It's a hump. It was a hump. Come on, guys. It's fucking hump.
What that?
Yeah.
The whole episode is a Frankenstein episode. You know why? Because it's all different parts pieced together.
Oh. Oh, I like it. I like it.
You know,
blown.
you know something. Okay, you know when
funny.
you're a kid and you watch movies, and this isn't the Frankenstein theme.
We gotta get some.
I remember. Okay,
seed.
there's two things. I remember. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan, especially when I was a real kid, a young boy.
This guy.
I loved Smooth
Sunshine.
Criminal.
Sunshine. This guy says like, you know, Woody Allen, Harvey Weinstein,
Hey, Gary Glitter. All right, I mean,
Michael Jackson. But
There's a theme here.
But
Listen.
he wouldn't touch Trump. No, not that. Oh wait, Gary Glitter has a thing too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Do you know
why
that there?
people-
Do you know that there?
Gary Glitter?
So the singer of the.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Eric
you know
told
it.
me. Eric told me.
Okay.
Well, the thing, that's what I was saying. Everybody that was against that song insertion of
It's
the movie
because of that.
are angry because of that. I'm angry.
Yeah.
Not angry. I didn't like it because of like the
What it
connotation
symbolizes
of the.
to you.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not. You know. Anyway, no. So
The Macaulay Culkin joke of Dave Chappelle was pretty funny though. I gotta admit. All right, let's move on.
Hey, I
let's
like
move on.
that. I thought it was fucking
Yeah, that
funny.
was fucking brave as fuck. Let's move on. I'm not even brave enough to say that again.
Black or White was my fucking Jackson song. That was my song.
Yeah.
But I
With
remember
Macaulay
even
Culkin.
as a kid, I saw the Smooth Criminal part where he shoots up everybody. He goes into the club and the whole Fred Astaire, and then he pulls out a Tommy gun and he shoots everybody. I remember even as a kid that like scared me. Where the fuck was I going with this? Okay. No. Here's why. So
when you were a little boy, you were scared of
the
Michael
original-
Jackson.
The original Boris Karloff Frankenstein. There's a moment. I don't know if you've seen the original, but there's a moment where he's like walking around, and then he's escaped, and then he sees this little girl at a pond.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, of course. That was a controversial scene.
She's throwing like petals into the flower. I vaguely remember, but she's throwing petals into the pond, into the river or whatever. And she goes, "Here, you try." Duh. And it's like a real like, oh wow, like a big burly dog bear like touching with a
that was a
child, whatever.
Yeah, that was supposed to be like a suggestion, or what they saw it as a suggestion to pedophilia. I think.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
but what scared me as a kid was when he took the girl and threw her into the fucking river or pond or whatever it was. I remember going, like, and that was made in 1930s?
Yeah, 31, 32 something. James Whale.
Like, so I'm just saying, as much as people bitch about violence in movies or this or that,
violence is what plagues us as a society. That's another Boogie Nights reference.
We can get rid of violence tomorrow. Boom! No more films. Right?
I can fuck my own time.
I can fuck my own time. But I mean, what I'm saying is the power of cinema. Fuck, you can get gratuitous and all whatever, exploitive, gratuitous, glorifying whatever eye candy bullshit.
Yeah.
That Frankenstein, the context of a monster throwing a innocent girl into a pond. That is what is effective cinema to me.
Yeah.
And that's what scared me as a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, it was scary.
In Young Frankenstein, is there a parallel comedic scene to that?
Actually, well, yeah. Because when...
forgive me, it's been a while since I've seen the movie.
Atishan, go ahead. Atishan, go ahead. Tell him the scene. Tell him how they executed it.
There's a scene that Frankenstein escaped and then end up with in this like place where there's the girl is playing or something like that, and then
they
what
ran
happened?
out of petals.
Maybe
they ran out of petals, and then do you remember?
What?
So like they ran out of petals.
To the seesaw.
No. But first, like they ran out of petals, like just like in the original, and then the kid was like, "Oh, so we ran out of petals. What are we gonna throw in now?" And then Peter Boyle, who plays the creature, looks like breaks the fourth wall or something and looks at the camera.
Oh, now I get it now because of that.
Yeah, because like, we ran out of petals. What are we gonna throw in the water now?
That's funny.
Yeah.
And then the
and he does this little eyebrow
thing. What happened is in the
seesaw,
Peter
Boyle. By the way, Peter Boyle is the man. Rest in peace.
He's good.
Peter Boyle is really good, and he played.
He was bald then. And in Taxi Driver.
Yeah, Taxi Driver. Yeah.
Crazy.
Gene Hackman was also in Young Frankenstein. If you guys.
Right. I was just gonna say that. I was just about to say, dude, Gene Hackman is like 91 years old.
What?
I swear he's
Enemy
like 90 or 91.
I loved him in Enemy of the State. I mean, I don't care what y'all say. Enemy of the State was like the shit to me when I was 12 years old.
With Will Smith?
Yeah, and Gene Hackman. Will Smith and Gene Hackman.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, it's good. It's Michael Bay, but when I was 12.
Hey, Michael Bay, The Island was a good fucking movie.
Yeah, The Island. Yeah,
and the first Bad Boys, I think he did.
Yeah, Logan. Yeah,
that was fucking good.
Okay, go ahead. I have to go pee like that. No, dude.
Huh?
Take off the earpods, dude.
I did.
Okay. So anyway, man, we're fucking, man. I was gonna get to my fucking. This is so funny. This is so funny how scatterbrained it is.
I mean, if I'd have seen
this
it
is a good frame.
all
of a sudden, there's like a floral thing. What?
If I'd have seen it recently, I think we'd be more on point. I swear.
I fucking knew it.
I haven't seen it in like. I haven't seen it.
That's why I hooked you up with a fucking copy, bitch. You didn't fucking watch it.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah.
When did you do that?
The other day, and I was like, here, like, check it out. Anyway,
Oh, sorry, I was.
But I was like saying.
I didn't know you did that.
I was saying in our chat box, like, my God, this is gonna be filled with ... and I showed the I linked the Chris Farley Paul McCartney interview. Like, remember in Abbey Road? Cool. Do you remember?
Well, when he goes like,
do you remember the rumors of you being dead? Were they true? I thought
I wasn't really dead.
I thought, Paul McCartney said something. There was a famous quote about that whole thing, the whole hoax or the whole urban myth that he was dead, and he said something like, "Rumors of my death have been mildly exaggerated." That was very clever. Rumors of my death have been mildly exaggerated, and Kurt Russell's character in Vanilla Sky mentioned that. I think rumors of my death have been mildly exaggerated, and that kind of connects to Tom Cruise's character about like.
And that was Paul, not John, huh?
Paul, yeah.
Oh wait, because the walrus was Paul. That's right.
Yeah, and he was the one. Yeah, he was the supposed dead one.
He was dead. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
fuck, dude. If we continue with this, we should do something about just strictly Beatles.
Yeah, fuck.
Like an episode on strictly Beatles.
We could try.
Oh yeah, because the copyright shit, huh?
Yeah. Oh man, exactly. Beatles and Prince. And Bob Dylan. You don't want to fuck with Beatles, Prince, and Bob Dylan.
No, just kidding.
You don't want to fuck with them. You don't want to fuck with Beatles, Prince, and Bob Dylan. They crack down. They crack down on their YouTube. Why don't you try searching Blowing in the Wind on YouTube right now?
I bet Prince would. Wait. Bob Dylan really on YouTube? You can't get him on YouTube?
You can't.
You can't get Beatles on YouTube, dude.
Their thing, their fucking own thing, not like a
bootleg or something.
Bootleg, whatever. Yeah, it's hard. They're like, you know.
Well, I would imagine Prince. I mean, there was I think.
Yeah, Prince.
It might have been. I think it might have been when
Prince didn't dig the whole digital thing.
It might have been when Prince was still alive.
Prince won.
And you know what? He's right. Chris Rock was right about that.
Coming from the black or white fan.
Well, I mean, look, I root for the underdog, okay? But when Prince was still alive, I believe there was like a briefly released video of him doing a cover of Radiohead's "Creep."
Yeah, I've seen it.
And it was like a really unique version.
Yeah.
Not my favorite version, of course, but it was a very interesting version. It was like a live performance, and then he took it off the internet.
It doesn't fit Prince. Creep doesn't.
Right.
He's
not
cool
creepy.
He's
fucking sexy, you know. He's purple and shit.
He was looking at me with me with those what is it? Like what did Jamie Foxx say? Man. Have you seen that at the Shine? Have you seen that? Jamie Foxx's thing?
I'm not saying anything, but goddamn, motherfucker's cute.
I'm not gay or anything, but that motherfucker's cute.
I'm not gay, but goddamn, this fucking eyelashes and shit.
So anyway, hold up. All right, man. We gotta get back on track.
What?
So, Gene Wilder puts his hand around. Yeah, and it makes that sound. And Gene Wilder, I can't do it justice, okay, but I'm probably gonna include the clip.
You finally finishing the story?
Yeah, finally, and if you let me, fucking. Gene Wilder makes this fucking he makes this reaction. He makes his face like I think that's the funniest fucking moment in cinema.
You think that's the funniest scene in a comedic history?
Not yet. Not yet. So he does a and then just to like cover up the whole awkward thing, he says, I'm a pretty brilliant surgeon. Maybe I can do something about that hump. And fucking Marty Feldman's character, Igor, looks at Gene Wilder and says, "What hump?" so Gene Wilder has this fucking look, man. He has this fucking look like, and then he says, "Let's go." He did not know how to go on. He was just like,
"Oh, that is
let's
funny.
go." Oh man,
I used to work with somebody who we talk about like Young Frankenstein the whole time, like we just keep on quoting the whole movie, and then I remember that's her favorite line. Yeah. What hump?
Yeah, I love it. It's a fucking gif.
That is funny. That's hilarious. And he was in other movies too.
And the way, hold the fuck on, man.
Go ahead. Sorry,
hold on. So we'll get to that.
You were a pal. I was like, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like what do you mean you were a pal? We're supposed to stay with Young Frankenstein. What are you talking about?
No, I thought you were a pal with the moment, the story. I thought you were done.
If we are to move on, we are to move on within the Young Frankenstein realm, not other movies that Gene Wilder is in. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I get your point. It's fun. But what do you call this? So yeah, just that face though. Do you guys know? I don't know if you guys realize, but Gene Wilder co-wrote the film. Yeah, co-wrote. I
have an anecdote to this.
Okay.
So the moment of when you go to where passions is put on the Ritz moment. So
Peter Boyle, don't fucking sue us.
Originally, Mel Brooks wanted to cut that scene out.
Oh, that's a really good scene. Remember Jeremiah used to always do that dance? That fucking oh my god, that's another fucking knockout scene when the music stopped and the lights went out or whatever, and then Gene Wilder was like doing the stomping, like, come on, just keep going. He was panicking because the creature was gonna fucking start going ape shit. So he was doing that. Man, I can't. You guys know the fucking scene.
The story goes.
Yeah, of course.
The story goes that. The story goes that Mel Brooks wanted to cut the scene because he felt it had no point to the story. It was completely irrelevant. And Gene Wilder, with this whole up until this point, had battles back and forth. Cut this, keep that, He was adamant. Gene Wilder said, "I will walk off this fucking set. I will quit this show. I will take my movie. I want this I'm verbatim. I want this scene. Right? He was passionate.
He was like, "Say it again."
But Gene Wilder was like in a fit of rage, red. You know how Gene Wilder can get red in the face, like red and face. And Mel Brooks sat back and he said, "Okay, I always wanted to keep it in the movie. I just wanted to make sure how serious you were about it. So now that I see that you are serious about this, we're going to keep it in." That also, I believe it's with this movie too. When they were writing, when they were writing,
put an abnormal brain.
So Gene Wilder got it greenlit, first draft of the script, right? Mm-hmm. And Mel Brooks comes along and says, "So you think it's so easy, huh?" He goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "We're going to rewrite this script and make it funny."
What?
And they line by motherfucking line rewrote the script.
Oh, wow.
And so Gene Wilder's contribution is just as important as Mel Brooks's contribution to it.
So the reason why I
I flipped.
No, that's good.
A little
that's
insight.
Good. Thank you, Logan. Thank you. That was good, useful information. But no, and all of this is useful. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to organize this Frankenstein's monster that we're creating here.
This is a crazy monster of an episode.
But what do you call this? So that that's a good anecdote. So I heard also that Gene Wilder agreed to the film or agreed to be in the film only if Mel Brooks promised that he was not gonna be in the cast. Because
Mel Brooks not in the cast.
Yeah, not in the cast. That's why he wasn't.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
So he said
why?
I don't know the exact.
Like he steal the show or something?
Yeah,
or?
I think it was somewhat of like I think he wanted it to be like a standalone thing, not like one of Mel Brooks's, of Mel Brooks's.
Here's the Mel Brooks part.
Yeah. Which Mel Brooks?
Okay.
Mel Brooks is really funny. Like Mel Brooks is a big part of our childhood. Remember at the Shine, with me fucking imitating Mel Brooks all the time. You know what I mean?
What? Oh, that's him.
Yeah, he directed Dead and Loving It as well.
Oh, yeah. But I didn't really know that it was him that scene.
Like, Dead and Loving It was his last movie so far.
Yeah.
Well, he's 90-something.
She will become one herself.
What?
She will become one herself. And just a little trivia. I remember in the beginning when that old lady was going like, well, don't go to Transylvania. Going like that. Remember in the beginning of Dead and Loving It?
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember? That's Mel Brooks' wife. Anne Bancroft.
Oh, really?
Anne Bancroft.
Yeah, Anne Bancroft.
Man.
Anne Bancroft. Look. Educate my sister about Anne Bancroft and her classic roles.
So Anne Bancroft played Richard Widmark's opposite in a movie called Don't Bother to Knock with a young Marilyn Monroe. This is how far back in the day it was, in the 50s. She also played Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate with opposite Dustin Hoffman. Now, what's interesting about The Graduate is that Dustin Hoffman played a graduate of college and aimless is what to do. And he kind of gets seduced literally by Anne Bancroft, who plays his girlfriend's mother. What's funny about that is that I think Anne Bancroft was something like within 10 years older than Dustin Hoffman, or if not like 5 years older than. So her playing the mother was like very weird. So they heavied on the makeup.
That's because Dustin Hoffman was older than his character, like a lot.
That might be true. I think that might be true too. That might be true. So I think that's something like they were closer in age than their characters that they actually played. And she married Mel Brooks. I don't know much about Anne Bancroft's career other than that.
But my introduction to Anne Bancroft was a 90s movie at the Shine. She plays a loopy old woman in a mansion in shambles. Come on, 90s.
Like with Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, you got it.
Great Expectations.
Great Expectation. Okay.
She was. De Niro was in that too.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Have you seen the David Lean version? Sorry to be a film geek right now.
I haven't.
That's a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same fucking story, but it's a great the fact that they made that back then is like, wow.
I heard Jeremiah said something.
And I hope it's David Lean. Otherwise, I just stupid myself. But I think it's David Lean.
Yeah, but
so anyway,
sorry.
Also, with I just remember.
I'll be right back. I'm listening.
Logan just did the Gene Wilder look. No,
the thing is with me, Eric and I, it's part of tradition that every Halloween we watch Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's good.
We just have to every Halloween. Logan, I was just saying that every Halloween we watch Young Frankenstein, Eric and I.
Oh, every Halloween? That's very nice.
Yeah, I think it's a good tradition. I think
what is that? Is it an iPod?
Criterion?
What is
No, this is I don't know what exactly it is, but because I'm a Criterion channel subscriber, and I was a subscriber since it was Filmstruck, but Warner Media like discontinued it, and all the subscribers are like, "Fuck this!" Criterion Channel took over Filmstruck, and I've been a member. This is very important. I've been a member since April 8th of this year. And this is, I don't know, this means a lot to me. I don't know.
Yeah, and it means a lot to me too, Log.
Yeah. Sorry.
You.
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein.
Every Halloween, huh?
Yeah,
Halloween. So anyway, so I saw it, of course, recently because it was just Halloween, like last week or something. And I think I found my new favorite scene. Because my favorite scene before is like
that. What hung?
Rolling.
Yeah, Terry Garth.
That was my favorite scene before. I always say it. And also the werewolf. That whole scene part, the werewolf.
I love that. Remember that, Logan?
It's been a while, man. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Like werewolf. Like, and then Gene Wilder was like, werewolf? And then Marty Feldman was like, their wolf.
Their wolf.
Their castle. Like, why are you talking like that? I thought you wanted me to. No, I didn't. Suit yourself. I'm easy.
I'm easy.
Oh yeah.
No, there's one part.
He had great line. He had the great.
And he said, you know, they we can't do it justice, but they said it in like
of
perfect
course.
fucking.
No, there's one part. I don't know if you remember, Mark. I'm sure you don't remember, Logan, because you haven't seen it in a while. But remember, there's like a captain police guy that is like the hand is. Like,
yeah.
Prosthetic arm,
prosthetic
like
arm.
Like prosthetic arm.
Yeah.
And when the people, the community was like kind of like talking, the mob talking like, oh no, like there's another Frankenstein in the community. And,
is it when he says? Is it when he says he will follow in his grandfather's footsteps? Is it that one?
Yeah.
He will
footsteps. And then the thing, Logan, is like if you don't, I'm sure you don't remember. So when the guy with prosthetics would talk, he's a lot of times mumble, and then the whole mob would be like, "What?" You know.
I know that.
He'd be
in mid-speech,
and he'd be like,
and then he was like, "He's gonna follow his grandfather's footsteps." And then he was like,
stomping on the floor.
Yeah,
come on, footsteps.
Yeah. No,
that is funny. Oh, a little trivia.
That's your new favorite scene?
Yeah, I do.
A little trivia.
It's so silly, you know. It's so
it
silly.
It's very funny. It's very funny. A little trivia is that character is actually a spoof of another comedy character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Peter Sellers in
Peter Sellers
in Doctor Strangelove.
Doctor Strangelove.
Yeah. With the whole the robotic thing.
Yeah. Okay. That character, Young Frankenstein, is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's cool. By the way, I have to point this out. Young Frankenstein, I think, is the most perfect throwback movie of all time. I think it's you know how people always like try to emulate an older movie? You have to remember that this was in 1974. This was like fucking Clockwork Orange and fucking Godfather 2 and all that shit. It wasn't it was
70s are an epic year of cinema.
But still, and the thing is like they emulated the 1950s perfectly with the sound, with the fucking
and you know, they say that the 1950s are not, I beg to differ, but they say that the 1950s are not like a memorable, great year for cinema. That in the 80s, they say, are like bad cinema years.
That's bullshit. So for
I disagree. But that's kind of a commonality with film geeks.
Film noir was fucking prevalent in 1950s. Think about that.
40s.
But
we want to be geeks about it.
Prevalent if you talk about like.
All right.
Because they were born post-war, but then in the
dude, you got Rebel Without a Cause, 1955. I mean, geez, that was a fucking iconic generational movie.
Yeah.
But the fact that Young Frankenstein, to the sound effects, what you're saying, did their homework. That's interesting that you say throwback. What other examples, if I can't think of one off top of my head, that's like a throwback movie to another? I mean, Soderbergh, I would think would do stuff like that.
Raging Bull. Raging Bull also did
of what? Job. Throwback of what?
Of maybe the Cassavetes era.
Oh, okay,
something or you know, like they trying to copy the technicalities of like a bygone era. And I think Young Frankenstein. If you don't know that Gene Wilder,
interesting.
Yeah, if you don't know that Gene Wilder and Madeline Kahn was like great, by the way, Madeline Kahn fucking stole every scene that she was in. You know,
wait,
tap it a darling, tap.
Oh
tap
yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Oh my God,
Madeline Kahn, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Madeline Kahn was the one who I thought was beautiful, not Garth.
Well, she's beautiful
Terry
too.
Garth.
Yeah. I was actually gonna say that.
I got those two confused. Madeline Kahn was the one. I'm like, that's drop dead gorgeous.
But Terry Garth,
she's the one. Is she the one in Raging Bull and then Casper? Madeline Kahn?
No.
Yeah.
That's Catherine Moriarty.
Oops. You said that before.
Yeah. Told you. She was in Casper.
Sorry.
She was in Casper.
Yeah.
Anyway, but don't fucking do me, man. Casper was the first movie.
I love Christina Ricci.
Yeah, I love her too.
I love Christina
The
Ricci.
first movie that I've ever seen that I was aware of in the movie theaters was Casper. I remember.
No kidding.
Really?
Yes, because I don't remember like when we were younger and I guess we watched like a
Was this in the
King
Philippines
Kong.
or?
Yes, it was in the Philippines.
Of course it was. Yeah.
So I was I think I was like 8 years old or something when Casper came out.
Yeah.
So
like that.
I remember the exact scene. Because I walked in the middle because people would do that in the Philippines, though. Like you would just pay for the ticket,
Sure.
and you would just walk in, and
It's like the Stanford Theater, you know.
Yeah,
you just walk in you wait for your next movie, so you see the end of the previous. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but this one it's the same movie, but so you would watch it from the beginning, and then you would wait for it to loop, and then you just watch it until the next loop.
I see
that spot. So I remember the exact scene, but I remember, my God, I was so. It was really like witnessing and experiencing magic. It was because
I remember at the time
Christina
it was
Ricci,
kind of CGI.
So
Oh, she was beautiful. Yeah.
It was larger than life. That's what cinema is about. Larger than life.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a big deal about the CGI or the technical aspects of what Casper was. I guess it came and went because technology just improves minute by minute. But I remember Casper coming out. It was like they were saying this is a big deal.
It stood the test of time.
I haven't seen it since I've seen it.
Atishain, have you seen it lately?
What?
Casper?
That
CGI stood the test of time. It's not like it's
actually
really
like
good
maybe
CGI.
the last 60 years.
It's still good, right?
Yeah, it's still good.
Dude,
yeah.
it's way
Why
better.
did they
It's
cast
way better
Devon
than like
Sawa?
Because Devon Sawa is big on that time.
Yeah.
Remember?
Was he? I always was like
the one with the Christina Ricci movie also. Was it Christina Ricci? Like the one with their friends or something? Far and Away or something? Oh, no.
Now and
Far
then.
and Away.
Now and then.
No, that's like...
Oh,
huh?
Now and then.
Now and then?
Now and then.
Was
yeah.
Devon Sawa in Now and Then?
Wasn't he?
I know Brendan Fraser
No,
was
he's
in
one
Now
of
and
the
Then.
boys.
Oh, you're thinking of with Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Cross Country, Devon Sawa, and some other guy.
Oh, that's a
Wait,
different
wait,
movie. That's
Christina
like Born
Ricci
to Be
isn't in
Wild.
that
That's
movie.
Born to Be Wild.
Who's the kid in that one?
Yeah, that was Born to Be Wild with Devon Sawa and
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
JTT. My man JTT. No, but what do you call this? Yeah, but the
I always thought Casper should have been like
CGI
more...
was dope though. Like I love it. Like it's
yeah. I remember being
way
impressed.
better
It
than
was like,
fucking Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones and shit. Like the prequels.
I guess.
Star Wars.
Again, I'm not too well versed in Star Wars, but I didn't have any problem with that. I didn't have any problem with
Yeah, dude. Now and Then, Christina Ricci and Devon Sawa were there.
Oh yeah.
In the same era, like wait, was because I know like Rosie O'Donnell for some reason played.
Oh, yeah. She plays
Christina
the
Ricci
older
Christina
Ricci,
the old ones, but the young ones.
Yeah.
They were both in that movie.
Yeah.
They're both young kids in that movie. Wow.
Devon Sawa.
Yeah, and Demi Moore was there. Remember?
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember thinking,
she
Christina
played
Ricci's
the old...
hot young one, but Demi Moore is the hot old one. Why is Rosie O'Donnell playing Christina Ricci? I was like, what the fuck? And then Rita Wilson was in that, getting pregnant.
Well, Rosie O'Donnell kind of looks like Christina Ricci. That's why.
Yeah, but
they kind of look like each other.
I guess that's what happens.
Yeah,
Christina
Ricci,
oh my
and
God, Devon Sawa is...
I mean, if I look back at my
dude, I like Devon Sawa. Devon Sawa.
He played
Final
Stan.
Destination. Oh yeah, he played
good.
Stan.
Oh yeah, he did play Stan.
Yeah, and then he.
I like how you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
And he played Idle Hands. You guys remember
Idle
that
Hands
movie?
was good.
I like that movie.
All right. Devon Sawa's cool.
Yeah, dude, he's cool, man.
I forgot. He's cool.
He's cool.
I didn't like him in Casper.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Who would you have?
Who would you
have cast? Who would you have cast in Casper as Casper?
I would have cast somebody more bumbly and wide-eyed and gee golly, as the ghost.
Man,
was.
that's. Imagine like Casper coming out like that.
I see what you mean.
Yeah,
because
Casper's
is like that.
The ghost is like that, and Devon Sawa does not reflect what the ghost is. He's just more cool.
So like Ron Howard, maybe like Ron.
Yeah, but I don't like
Ron Howard is exactly like
more
that.
Clint Howard, right? I don't. But I don't.
But imagine, I think Ron Howard would be the perfect fucking. Hey, golly, that's fucking Ron Howard right there.
But that was the friendly ghost, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Devon Sawa was not friendly. He was hot and brooding and deep and
man, 90s,
and
man.
Just fuck him.
Yeah. Bill Pullman.
Where is that from?
What?
Huh?
That's right. Independence Day. Bill Pullman.
What movie? What quote?
You're too blonde.
Oh, Fight Club.
Oh, Fight Club.
Yeah. Jared Leto, man. Jared Leto. That's fucking Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why did we all give? What's up with the Jared Leto fucking like silence? What's up, Logan? Is he your man crush?
I was just thinking.
Crush?
What did you?
No, because I was gonna say, but I don't want to say it.
I don't want to say it either.
What?
What did you think of Jared Leto's Joker?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say that too, but I was like, no one's gonna fucking care.
That was the Jared Leto pregnant pause. We're just like.
I feel bad for him though. I don't think it was his fault.
Too. I mean,
it wasn't his fault.
You know why? Because they were gonna do side by side.
It's not like he needs my fucking
sequels.
sympathy or anything.
No. They were gonna do side by sides in production. They were gonna do side by side Joker movies with Joaquin and
which was a bad idea. DC don't know how to fucking like do their fucking
market.
Yeah,
and
they are really bad at it. I
think when Todd Phillips' film kind of grew
it
traction,
wasn't their doing.
It
wasn't their doing. Todd Phillips' thing was like a fluke, like a freak of nature or something. It wasn't.
Yeah, because
DC's doing.
$50 million budget.
It's one of the most profitable movies of all time.
Well, you think about it. Avengers made $1 billion opening weekend. Joker is on its way to making $1 billion
it's like 40 million away, and it was made for 55 million. And
that's
Avengers was
fucking profit.
Yeah. Exactly.
God damn, I'd like to be Joaquin right now.
I'm telling you, I know.
Fucking Rooney Mara
or
whatever. Sorry,
she is cute. I like her. I really like her.
Yeah, I like her. I think she's a good actor.
Yeah, she is. She is. Dragon Tattoo.
But yeah, I think
always been.
I'm not a big Jared Leto fan, but I do think he kind of got shafted in this whole thing. Now Margot Robbie has her version, her solo movie.
And then the first one of the first shots of the trailer is like her throwing a fucking knife into like the face of Jared Leto's Joker, saying like I'm done.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
and
it was like the line is like I'm done with Mr. J, and then you see the fucking Jared Leto Joker with a knife like right on his fucking like right in the center of his face.
The thing too with this one, what for me, what stings for me what I feel for Jared is because this is after him winning an Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it? Was that the movie? Was that the movie he chose to do after winning Dallas Buyers Club?
Yeah. Basically.
Wow.
It was just okay.
Those are big shoes to fill after Heath Ledger. I mean, I wouldn't have done it.
Okay, I'm gonna contradict myself right now.
All right.
That fucking director.
Oh shit! He's gonna criticize. Criticize something.
That fucking director did a lot of fucking amateur moves. Suicide Squad.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
What is his name?
Ayers.
Oh,
David Ayers or whatever.
David Ayers. I think he's all right.
It wasn't.
That movie was just like, where the fuck is this going? Yeah, the soundtrack. But you can't fucking just latch on. You can't just like depend on.
Are you being serious?
I'm being serious.
Really?
Like,
I'm not really happy about it either.
Yeah.
I mean, the hype. I don't know if because of the hype of it, it's like it's super big. Like like how they hyped it. How Jared Leto's gonna play the Joker. Wow,
I'll give him. I did like his take. I mean, look, it's tough to fill the shoes of Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
But he played the Joker as like a gangster pimp guy. And I mean, it's an interesting take. It's just the movie that surrounded that performance was like,
that's what I meant.
I see what you're saying. Amateur.
Yeah, no, even the way they cut it. Even
the performance is okay. Like, I mean, even the actors, all of them,
that's the thing.
Perform fine. But it's
I thought Will Smith was
the flow of the story. You know, it's kind of like, what? Really?
I love Will Smith. I love Will Smith and everything. But but being in the like knowing kind of somewhat of like the ins and outs of the creative parts of the movie industry, I'm pretty sure one of the reasons why that fucking narrative is so confusing is because
of his,
I think,
his input.
Like, I want more.
Not just his input, but his
I heard Logan. I heard that speaking of Tarantino before, I heard that Will Smith. One of the reasons why Will Smith didn't agree to do Django Unchained was because
I know
Christoph Waltz was
he shoots Leo.
No. He kills the bad he kills the bad guy.
And Will Smith was like, I should shoot Leo.
Yeah, that's one of the things. So
which
it would confuse. Like, I'm a writer, so it would confuse a lot of things. If you change one thing to the flow, it would just like, oh man, what the fuck? And like, I can kind of.
I understand where Will Smith.
I get it.
From.
I see it. You know,
like
it's
a
I don't know. I love him though. I love that family.
I get where Will Smith's coming from, and Spike Lee's version might have been that way, but sorry,
hey, don't knock on Spike. Spike's good. Spike's a good guy.
It's like. Excuse me, Shine. It's like the big dick contest. Will Smith's big dick, and then you got Tarantino's dick. It's like, dude, whose dick's bigger? Get off my fucking movie set, Will Smith. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I should send you a clip. I'm sure
it would have been cool though. I think Will Smith and Django Unchained would have been.
I thought he would have been a great Django.
Yeah.
You know what? Who would have? This is an unfair thing to say, but you know who would have been the best Django? Tupac Shakur.
Oh yeah. He
would have been absolutely killed it. He would have killed it.
Yeah.
That's unfair, but
Yeah. Yeah, I think he would have been a good because he was a good actor. Tupac was a good actor.
Well, wasn't he an actor before he was a rapper?
That's why he was actually connecting to
Will Smith. He was good in Juice.
Connecting to Will Smith. He was actually real good friends with
Jada.
When they were in high school.
Oh, because
Jada
of
drama.
Yeah, because of the poetic.
No. Jada wasn't there.
They
were just friends in high school.
They were just homies.
In drama.
They were just homies.
Yeah.
Drama school, right?
Yeah.
Kind of
Really?
like how Mark and I, we were.
I was Pac. Logan was Jada. Logan was Jada.
Mark was a little thug in fucking high school. He got me in trouble a lot.
And you were like this thespian like Alan Cumming.
I wasn't.
You know what I mean?
I really.
You were like Alan. You were Alan Cumming of
seriously.
Sequoia High School, or Nathan Lane. You were Nathan Lane of Sequoia High School.
I was Nathan Lane. No, I was super serious. I was super serious about my.
First time I met you, you had braces on. You had braces.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, Te.
What?
I don't think so.
what?
I don't think he had braces from the first time you met him.
Mark, I had braces freshman year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I saw him, he already had braces.
I thought I met you before
the
braces.
They did not do justice.
I thought I met you before the braces.
Oh.
I met you before the braces, dude.
That could be. That could be.
I thought you probably. I don't know. I think
you
might have met him before the braces.
Well, the first time I saw him is in a video of him and Victor.
Okay. Yeah, you have to fucking expound on this.
Hey guys, if I could
you have to fucking expound on the video with Victor.
Hustle narrative. If I could just interject.
You can't just leave it at that. You can't just leave it at fucking like a video.
Hustle narrative. You get great comedians that come along the way. Like you get George Carlin, you get Patrice O'Neill, you get Sam Kinison,
Joe Rogan, man. Joe Rogan.
He's funny. He's all right.
I love him.
I'm telling you something.
Joe Rogan.
I'm telling you something.
What?
Victor Pacheco is not just up and coming. He is cummed all over your pretty little face.
In that video that my sister saw, he came all over your face.
Victor is a bright shining star, and he is funny, and we're going to be seeing him one day on TV.
Good.
Absolutely. He's like a hustler for the hustle narrative. He is every night doing it, new material, testing out the material. I've always known he was a genius. Yeah. But now I'm seeing it into fruition publicly. So that's my 2 cents on Victor.
Yeah. Victor is cool.
Shine. He performs in the Bay Area all the time. You should
really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
San Francisco, Oakland, but absolutely you should see him.
I should.
And if you were listening right now, he'd be like, "Lo, get off my fucking cock." That's exactly what Victor would have said.
Oh my God. I actually just love their banter on Facebook or before something like that. They would say something. I was like, I would scroll down.
Him and me.
Yeah, he always says something like, we
don't do that much. We don't do that much anymore because I think I kind of take the piss out of it.
I would just like scroll down or like just laugh at.
I think Victor's matured out of that.
Out of the social media humor.
Why?
No, because I might be a bit too much sometimes. It's too high school.
Logan just had a Richard Gere moment. You guys know what I'm talking about? The Richard Gere moment. Fucking
I got gerbils in my ass.
No. What? Gerbils in your ass?
You never heard of that?
Richard Gere?
That Richard Gere gerbil in his ass rumor?
Oh no.
He liked to put gerbils in his ass?
Oh, okay. Well,
by the way, I gotta get one out. Squeak squeak. Sorry.
And put the dildo back in.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shine.
No.
Okay.
Richard.
Nothing's changed.
I know, right?
What's his name? Steve Coogan. Steve Coogan did like a really good take, because Steve Coogan is one of the best fucking impressionists.
Are you talking about the
trip?
I know
the
he
trip.
Is.
Yeah, where he says.
Are you talking Richard Gere? Are you talking about that? Fucking awful! One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. The Dinner.
No. Not necessarily a movie, but Steve Coogan. Steve Coogan I don't know if you guys seen the thing. I don't even know what it is. I've just seen clips, but it's called The Trip with Rob Brydon, and they would like.
Yeah, I know that movie.
Oh, yeah,
is it a movie?
They did the trailer or something.
They did 2 sequels of that.
Okay. So anyway, he did Richard Gere thing, and tell me if he didn't fucking just get it like right on the fucking nosy, as Marty Feldman said. Hold on.
I don't know.
I think you showed me that.
Yeah, I might have. So Richard Gere's acting, he said like he does this brilliant thing. He says where, for example, like you say, if you say something mundane, like for example, hey, you want to play golf? For example, okay, Logan, tell me you want to play golf. Oh, not yet. So I'm gonna set up the scene. So Richard Gere does this thing. He said that he repeats what you just say to him, or what you just told him. He repeats it, and then he does this face where he like digs up like this pleasant memory from his past about what you just said, and then he nods. And then that's it. And then Steve Coogan said, like, my God, like, so you're like thinking, like, okay, what is there? What's that? It becomes like a loaded fucking information just because of that. So I'm not an actor, but I'm gonna try to.
So you're gonna be Richard Gere.
I'm gonna be Richard Gere, and you'll be the guy. You'll be the guy.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So
yeah.
Hey, Jack. Hey, you want to play some golf?
Yeah. Like, so he does that. He does that.
That's Richard Gere?
That's right. Doesn't he do that?
Yeah.
He grins at everything. Like everything triggers like a pleasant memory to him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which is good. I love him. I love Richard Gere.
I bet you he did that in Primal Fear.
Yeah.
Primal
Fear was the bomb. Yeah.
Actually, I mean, I was on Ed Norton's nuts on that movie.
Yeah.
I thought he was the greatest actor I had ever seen after that movie.
Oh, yeah.
There never was.
The twist.
Aaron.
Yeah, the twist.
Like,
fuck. It never was.
And then he did American History X right after that or something like that. And then Fight Club. I'm like,
actually, after that, the next movie we saw after that Primal Fear of Edward Norton is what?
Everybody Says I Love You with Woody
Allen.
Was it really?
Yeah. Because that was the next one.
It was a musical, dude.
That was the next one. That was the next one before American History X.
Huh?
What?
Everyone Says I Love You was before American History X, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The next movie we saw with Edward Norton.
Yeah.
And
Drew Barrymore, because you were
love
such a
interest
big.
of Drew Barrymore.
She ate the wedding ring, dude.
Yeah, she ate the
That
wedding.
was fucking funny.
Yeah, and Goldie Hawn,
you
like
ate the ring, though. The ring's in there, you know.
yeah.
Edward Norton doing a Woody Allen impression.
We even watched that movie. Not because of the Woody Allen movie. It's because Edward Norton's there.
Norton. Or maybe because Drew Barrymore was there for you, probably.
Yeah.
For me,
I remember watching Celebrity, not for Woody Allen, but Celebrity was.
It was
like
a
really
beautiful moment when the Goldie Hawn sequence at the end of that movie.
With
Talk about old 1950s Hollywood musical when she's dancing, floating in the air.
I think that was one of Damien. That was one of Damien Chazelle's
inspirations for La La
Land. Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But
sorry.
What do you call this? Going back to Richard Gere though, like what else was Richard Gere in that we really like?
Okay, so Richard Gere was in one of my favorite movies of I think 2017.
Check this out. At the shine. Guess what Logan saw with his mom that starred Richard Gere?
What did I see?
Pretty Woman?
No.
What did I see that starred Richard?
Older?
Unfaithful?
More recent. Yeah, Unfaithful. Didn't you see Unfaithful?
I saw Unfaithful with
remember Unfaithful?
an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
I know, but like
did I see that with my mom?
Yeah, it had so much like fucking like hard
fucking
in there.
I've seen worse. I've seen worse movies with I saw Go with my mom.
In the theaters?
I've seen what?
In the theaters?
Yeah.
No, but Go was kind of movie. But Unfaithful, the whole theme of it was
the
just kind
stripper
of like
scene in Go.
That's Norman Bates shit, dude. Dude, that you gotta admit, that's Norman Bates shit.
Come on, my mom is the best moviegoer, man. I pay for dinner, she pays for the movie. That was our deal. It was fucking great. It was fucking great. Oh, I'm sorry. She pays for dinner, I pay for the movie. Because shit, I'm not paying for 2 drinks. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm drinking. No, my mom and I would.
Diane Lane was really good in Unfaithful.
I remember seeing Unfaithful with an ex-girlfriend.
You know what? Diane Lane is always gonna be like attractive. I don't think she's ever gonna be.
That scene on the train,
no matter what
after
age
she
she's
committed
in,
the affair,
yeah.
she's just thinking about it. Oh, I fucked up. I cheated on my husband. Then she's laughing about it. Like, such a
she was like going crazy. She was like going like
She's torn. She's torn.
Yeah, she was really torn. Yeah.
Good way to put it.
And Richard Gere with his whole like thing with the, I think like killing him with the fucking snow globe or something like that.
Jeez, I don't even. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, he kills him with the snow globe, and he was just like getting dizzy. And then the guy was like, "Here, let me get you some water." I thought that was really cool. Yeah. Like they weren't.
I forgot about
like
that.
Like a hero villain thing. Like, here, let me get you some water. It's like, I'm gonna be dizzy. And then the guy like, I don't know, like tries to like fucking console him or whatever, and he gets up and fucking like kills him with a snow globe.
Yes, that's right.
Man, that's crazy.
Because it's such an uncharacteristic thing that he would do in that moment, from what we've seen, and he does. It's very Hitchcock, Hitchcockian.
It's like Dial M. It's like Dial M for murder.
I like Richard Gere.
Yeah, I do too. He's really good. Too bad he's not in a lot of movies anymore.
He was in a great underrated movie called.
Is it the one with Norman? The faking? Is it the one with the faking thing?
The faking.
With where he played that guy that Orson Welles featured in F for Fake. In F for have you seen F for Fake with Orson Welles?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Of course. So F for Fake was about someone who was doing who did a book on a fucking
Howard Hughes.
On Howard Hughes. Yeah. Richard Gere played that character. The guy
in
who
what
did
movie?
The book. Fuck, I forgot. But it's about that guy that did the fake book on Howard Hughes.
Recent.
Within 15 years. After Unfaithful.
Yeah, I don't know. I
think he doesn't do movies anymore because he's Buddhist or something, right?
Well, he was in a movie. He was in a movie called Norman, the Rise and Fall, the Rise and Tragic Fall of a New York Fixer, or something like that.
Oh, is that good?
That was
good?
Excellent film. And he plays this guy. Oh, I can't spoil it right now because it's too.
Yeah, don't. I haven't seen
it. You should really see that movie.
Yeah, I like.
And I loved Richard Gere in that movie.
Did he do the recall thing?
The what?
Did he do the recall scene? The recall technique?
I don't know. No, I don't think he did. I don't because he carried the whole movie. He had like he was more like
like there never was an Aaron.
No, he was more like he was trying to pitch things all the time. He was trying to pitch you on something. No, I got this great idea, blah, 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 like a broker.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. But so he's like high octane. Like Richard Gere does. Richard Gere rarely plays high octane.
He played a Jew, but he was really on the nuances of the whole thing. But it was like part of the character, and he kind of killed it. But like a New York Jew, he was like really like
like Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. I'm excited about that. Uncut Gems.
Oh yeah,
I'm really excited about that.
Adam Sandler.
Have you seen
Good Times?
Robert Pattinson. Good Times.
Yes, I was just
fucking great.
I was just talking to Sunshine about it like earlier. My God, like he was really good in that movie. Really fucking engaging.
He was good.
Pattinson was really good. And
I never really saw the Twilight stuff, but when I saw that movie, I'm like, this kid is great.
Yeah.
I want to watch it. Good. Where is it? Is it in the theaters? What is it?
No. This was like years ago. Now. Good Times.
Sorry, it's on Netflix. It's out now. It's out. It's Shine. You would love that movie. He's great. That scene where he's like
I've seen because I was just telling Marky I saw The King on Netflix and he was there too. And
was
I saw
Yeah.
And then I saw The Lighthouse. So it's like two good movies. Like he's really
Willem Dafoe.
Fuck man, you know what? Well, you know what pisses me the fuck off is like I have budget for fucking to go see Lighthouse because Lighthouse is playing like fucking 500 miles away from here. You know, I have to fucking travel all the way.
Shut the fuck up! It's not 500 miles.
It's like 600 kilometers. Manila is like 600 kilometers.
I'm American, honey. Our names don't mean shit. What does that mean, kilometers?
So So one kilometer. Look it up, dude. Look it up. Angeles to
or what is that line that Leo says?
To
beach?
Cubao. No. To
I'm
Makati.
American.
To Makati.
I don't think in kilometers. I think in miles.
To Makati.
Leo and the Beach. Okay.
Oh yeah. That was a good movie. I like that movie too.
That was a good movie too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, aren't we supposed to be talking about Young Frankenstein here?
Hold on. Wait.
Sorry.
Just we got to do the distance thing. No, because so like earlier I was riding my fucking motorcycle and it stalled in the middle of the fucking street and I had to get it fixed. And the reason why I got up to make a phone call a few minutes earlier was because the mechanics called me and said, "Oh, it's gonna be like this," and I was like, "Man, that's the fucking price of my supposed fucking trip to Manila to fucking watch the Lighthouse." Fuck, man. So anyway, I want to see the
500 miles.
I think it's like 500.
Dude, it's only 79.5 kilometers.
To Makati? No way.
From San Fernando, Pampanga to Makati, exactly.
No way.
What's 79 kilometers?
I'm doing it right now. Hold on.
Is it?
Mark,
it's 49 miles.
50 miles is a bit, but Mark, just see the fucking movie, dude. You can travel 50 miles. Bring the kid.
But I'm saying it's just.
No, you can't bring the kid.
Why not? Is it R-rated? I guess it is.
No,
but it's a bit too gnarly.
Hold on, don't fucking say anything. Don't say anything. Shut the fuck up, man. No, let's go back to Young Frankenstein.
No, I'm just thinking about
Let's go back to Young Frankenstein. Man, is there gonna be some fucking anal raping in this?
No.
Because this is just two men in the fucking lighthouse.
The dialogue is a bit puppish, you know. It's like a real like old school.
Yeah.
The witch, dude. Like I forgot about the witch. Yeah, not for little boys.
But anyway, man, shut the fuck up, Logan.
Not for little girls either.
Anyway, Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein. Ruin it for Marky.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking Anyway, so Young Frankenstein. Shit, man, I don't even know how to get back to it now. Like fucking the what hump thing. I don't know. There are lots of fucking good. Oh, so he does that thing 3 times. The whole hump joke. He does it 3 times. So the second one was like when they got Peter Boyle's corpse, and he was saying something like there was like a glorious moment for Frankenstein. It was like, this is it, this is our specimen, whatever. And then he puts his hand on Igor's shoulder, and the hump went to the other side.
Oh, no kidding!
Yeah, and Gene Wilder does this thing like, wait, wasn't it supposed to be? Didn't that used to be on the?
Okay.
No,
that reminds me of Robin Hood Men in Tights. Robin Hood Men in Tights with
Mel Brooks
with the mole on the king's mole.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember.
You remember every scene the mole would change sides up here, down there. And
that's probably the same concept, yeah.
And then at the end of the bit, like the entire movie, at the last scene, it's like, your mole was on the other side of your face, and he goes, I have a mole?
So it is kind of like the one.
Richard Lewis, the king. Mole here, mole there. Every scene he's in, the mole changes, and then his last scene, they go, your mole was on the other side of your face a moment ago. I have a mole? I mean, that's Mel Brooks.
Yeah, that's fucking Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
But
my favorite scene in that movie
but
is
Lucy,
when the blind guy
in Dead and Loving It, in Dead and Loving It, when her cleavage was like all out, Lucy's cleavage was all out, and then Jonathan was like, really, just like intimidated by her boobs, and and then she was just like, being a seductress and everything, and then Jonathan was like, but Lucy, I'm British. And then she says, so are these. Oh man. Oh, that is funny. Like, but yeah, those are one of those things that you probably can't even do anymore nowadays. You know what I mean? Because generalizing, generalizing.
Or else people are gonna say like, "Oh my God, the woman
shit,
is just a sexual being," blah blah blah.
I know, and like
saying
like, "Oh, British, or what? British are not sexual." It's crazy. It's just crazy. But yeah, those are one of the good few of the good parts, and of course there's that classic scene of fucking the bookshelves fucking spinning.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I know. He was like, he just got this bright idea, and he pulls out a fucking book, and it doesn't do anything. That was funny.
Oh,
it's funny. It's not supposed to be funny, but the way they do it, it's really funny.
Well, no, I mean, what you were saying before about the throwback thing, I mean, Mel Brooks' signature is all over it, but it really does. It wouldn't have worked if it wasn't so.
The timing,
I know, but none of that wouldn't have worked if it weren't for such the tribute and homage to the original movie. Gene Wilder, man, he was fucking great.
And just the timing of everyone, not just Gene Wilder, but I mean, like I said, like
great direction,
great direction, yes. And when Gene Wilder, when Frankenstein was all like defeated and everything, and then saying like, "Oh, I failed" or whatever. And do you remember what Igor said at the Shine? When they were at the like lunch table or whatever, and Gene Wilder was like really defeated, like, "Oh, I failed" or whatever. And then Igor was
remember when my father told me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember what my father used to say in situations like this, like these. Like, what would he say? And he said like, "Get out of the bathroom! Why don't you give someone else a chance?" And then Gene Wilder's like, he had that look like, "What the fuck does that have to do with what I'm going through?" You know. And like I said, it's not
Ovaltine.
It's not. Oh yeah, that's a good line too. He was my boyfriend.
Oh my God, so many.
Oh, by the way, I actually, I fucking took down notes and shit, but I don't even have my phone with me. But the music in that movie is really good.
Was it an original score?
Yeah, it's an original score. Like.
I want to see if I can.
No, don't play it right now.
No, I'm looking it up. Is anything affected as I do this?
No, it's okay.
Okay, cool.
It just looks like you're looking something up. It's fine.
All right, cool.
He would have big.
Oh, that means he would have a big Schwangstücke. That goes without saying.
And then what did she say? What did she say?
Like oof, like oof. Yeah.
Oof.
And then Igor says like he's gonna be really popular.
How about when the hair?
Hey, it's funny because that was like those were the times. Oh yeah.
You're not gonna believe this. You know who did the musical score for Young Frankenstein?
Who? John something, right?
Bernard Herrmann.
No way.
No, I'm just kidding. It's John Morris.
John Morris. Yeah, I looked it up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I looked it up.
Sorry. Well, anything you need about the film, I'm here. I mean. Okay, now I'm seeing the Connect Marty Feldman, and I'm seeing the.
You know that Marty
that's
Feldman?
Terry Garr. No, I know Marty Feldman.
Yeah, which picture are you seeing?
You know
are you seeing like the old one or
it's actually a disease?
Yeah.
I know. That's why. That's why it's like.
He died from it.
He died
He was like 47 or something.
But I remember like, shit, made his career, man. Shit. That's
have
Terry
you guys
Garr?
seen? Have you guys what? Why do you say it with such disdain?
I was expecting Jenna Elfman. What do you want from me?
Which one? From the old? Yeah, she did look like it from the Young Frankenstein days. She did.
Right.
She did.
Oh, she was in Tootsie. Okay.
Yeah, she was.
All right. Oh, cute.
And she was also in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay, I'm coming out. I've never seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Shit, man. You know when you said I'm coming out?
Never seen it.
Dude, you know what? I'm going to cut this movie. I'm going to cut this fucking episode right after you said I'm coming out. It's going to be like cut right there.
You know that is a phrase people say. That is an expression. That's not always me coming out the closet.
Let's edit it. Let's do a reaction as if he just came out of the closet, okay?
All right, I'll say it again.
No, it's fine. No need to. I'm just going to cut it.
What am I going to do?
Like we're just going to like be accepting and all that stuff as if he just came out of the closet, okay? So I'm gonna
guys,
edit it.
I'm gay.
Man.
We knew.
That's like with Ricky Martin, what Chris Rock said about Ricky Martin when he came out.
What?
I don't remember.
Something like, we knew like, oh, duh, it was one of those things.
Look.
Vida loca! Vida loca! But
say it.
What?
Vida
loca? Which one?
No, because Logan was saying it.
No, I'm not gonna say. No, then I'll get too derogatory, and I don't want to cancel you on your first episode. Huh?
Oh, don't fucking sue me, Ricky.
I
what he's doing?
No, if you saw, God, now it's about me.
You know who else I really like that I just saw recently in an interview is like Antonio Banderas. Apparently he's
he's a legend by now, dude. He was on
great. Kimmel. He was on Kimmel. He was wearing the Zorro fucking.
He looks good.
Yeah.
There's a really endearing.
I think he's apparently he did a really good performance in that new Almodovar movie.
Almodovar? It's playing. I'm gonna see it this weekend.
And he plays Almodovar. He plays
him.
Yeah, I think he plays him. Yeah. He plays.
I know he plays a filmmaker. and all, but I didn't know he played him.
Yeah, he plays.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of cool,
now
right?
I'm excited.
I was telling Sunshine that when Almodovar won best director or something, Penelope Cruz and Antonio Banderas were the ones presenting, and they were so close to Almodovar that she just.
What's the other movie that Almodovar?
He did. Talk to her.
Bad Education, Voltaire.
In her skin. In my skin.
Yeah, All About My Mother.
What was the one that he won for? He won for. I know I see.
All About My Mother. All About My Mother.
No.
I always confuse this guy with who did the others.
Oh, Amenabar.
Oh, Alejandro Amenabar.
Yeah, I always confuse.
Mark introduced me to him.
He was such a promising director, and he all of a sudden he just started.
He just didn't do much after
the other See Inside. No, See Inside. Right? No, he did See Inside first. He won an Oscar for the See Inside with Javier Bardem.
Oscar?
Yeah, he won an Oscar for best foreign film.
Wait, what the fuck?
He's the one who did the thesis, right?
Yeah, Thesis. Yeah. See Inside, Log, with I haven't seen it because it's about like a quadriplegic or whatever, and I was like, you know what?
Maybe I did see it.
I'm not always in the mood to watch.
Win an Oscar for that?
Huh?
The scenes. Oh, 2004. No, I didn't see that. Wait, did Bardem win an Oscar for it?
No. He won an Oscar for.
I saw something else that Bardem won an Oscar for.
No Country for Old Men.
Oh, then he was nominated for something else where Johnny Depp was in it, and it was like wow, Amenabar did that one.
See Inside.
You were so right. Like, it was such a promising, like, Abre los Ojos was remade. It was like, oh, we're so fucking excited.
And he was 26 when he did Abre los Ojos. He was 26.
And then Thesis. And I remember Jeremiah was like, don't be all like expecting great things from Thesis. And then we're all watching Thesis on like the edge of our seats.
That was really good. And he was like 23 when he did Thesis. It was his thesis.
Yeah,
it was his thesis. Yeah. It was his thesis.
And The Others was good.
The Others. Oh my God.
The Others is a story that has been made a million times, ghost story wise.
Yeah.
But Others worked. The Others worked.
Others worked so fucking well.
Well, the cast
well
is
casted.
really good.
Well casted. Yeah.
Man, Nicole Kidman.
Those kids too. Those kids, man. You know what?
Yeah, that's
Neither
right.
of those kids pursued like a.
The daughter, the girl was like really
Alakina Man, I think that's her name. Alakina Man.
Alarmingly good.
Yeah, she was really
alarmingly good.
The old woman
was good in that movie.
The old servant.
Oh, look that.
That played.
I'll look it up right now.
The old lady.
The old lady.
Yeah, she was.
Oh yeah,
she was so creepy.
Movies.
She was so creepy, in a good way. Oh, who played the mom of Victor? Dun, 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 dun.
Hold on,
this is Victor's mom, the ghost.
I know who played Victor's mom.
Okay,
nah, he's not here. I can't say it. I rocked Victor. No, I can't say it.
I knew it, but when I saw it last time, I was like, "Oh my God!" It was
Wait, Mrs. Mills?
Yeah. No, not Mrs. Mills.
No, Mrs. Mills is the older lady,
but
the caretaker.
But the supposed ghosts who were actually the living.
Tell me. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a clue. Don't say Log.
No, I don't know who you're talking
I'm gonna give
about.
you a clue.
I see all these names.
Yeah.
Take me. That's my clue.
I still don't see her. Who? I still don't see her name here. I mean, I don't know.
Don't say. You won't know, Log. You won't know because
right.
You won't know.
Take me.
Take me.
Oh.
Wait.
If you get it just with those two words,
yeah,
you're the fucking champion of everything.
I almost get it.
No. Take me. She says it like that.
Wow, dude. I feel like I know what you're talking about.
What is it?
Okay, more clue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to be ambiguous.
Let me tell you that.
Hold on. Wait.
Can you describe like an article of clothing or like a color that she?
No, you won't know, Logan. I know you haven't seen what I'm referring to.
I really won't.
Yeah, you haven't seen what I'm referring to.
All right.
So that's already a clue, there. So
Filipino movie?
What movie is that from? No. Fuck, what movie is that?
Huh? I had never seen this.
Tell me.
Watch me seen this movie.
On my, I'm gonna say 3 words and you're gonna fucking get it.
Okay.
On my word. That. No, you don't get it.
On my word or upon my word?
I think it's on my word. I don't even know. I don't know how the grammar is. It's in Old English, medieval English.
That's a clue, isn't it?
Okay, I'm gonna leave blanks. Okay, on my word, as a blank and as a blank.
Take me.
What is it? Tell me.
He is my firstborn son.
Oh, yes, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I don't know that shit.
Yeah,
God damn, I'm sorry. Hey, what did you guys think of the finale? Was it good or not?
It was good when I was watching it. Now, looking back in hindsight, it could have been better. It could have been
when
better.
you're watching it,
while you're watching it, like, you know what? Yeah, it's very powerful.
By itself, it's a powerful episode.
But if you connect it to the whole story,
so when you're watching it, you get carried away with it, you know. But then afterwards, you kind of like, hold on, but what about this storyline and that storyline, and this character build up and that character build up and kind of thing. Then you'd be like,
it's a very
controversial. There's no payoff with the whole thing. Yeah.
It's a very controversial opinion.
Because Jon Snow was like, dude, you can. It's easy to go wrong with Jon Snow because Jon Snow was built up as like the best fucking character ever written ever. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, like the ending of the character is like, no way. It's like, what the fuck? No way. Just like that.
Where he is, because where he end up is okay. But how he got there is like...
it was just like, what's up with all the fucking setups and all that shit? You know, like, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, there's only 2 segments of Game of Thrones the entire season that I saw. What's that?
No, actually, I showed you that. I showed Logan.
That's one of them.
Episode.
The one was like,
the fucking epic scene with the battle.
The one was
with Arya.
The red wedding, where I'm with a friend.
That's the scene. That's the scene that I was talking about.
My friend's watching Game of Thrones and goes, "Holy shit! Everyone's dying right now." I'm like, "What?" And
Logan.
Oh shit.
Logan.
And then the second one was what you showed me. What?
No, the red wedding was a take me scene that I was talking about.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I still wouldn't have gotten it. But then the second one was the one that you showed me.
Yeah,
Mark,
with Arya, killing the Night King. I showed him because I wanted to see.
And I didn't really understand anything. But I'm like, wow, this is actually like engaging for what I'm watching. I couldn't devote the time to it. It took a lot to get me to watch Breaking Bad, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to see. I wanted to see how someone would react if they don't know the context of the episode, you know, within the story.
And it was a good thing to show.
I follow this lady. And she has a business about stationaries and stuff like that, whatever. And she just started watching Game of Thrones.
Oh man, that's great.
You should check it out.
But she's religious, so I guess she there's a company that they can send their whatever they're gonna watch, and then this company will make the whatever they're watching, the DVD or whatever, PG. They edit it for them.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, isn't that like a lot of like sex and violence?
Well, actually,
dude, the premise of Game of Thrones.
Interesting how it's gonna end up.
The premise of Game of Thrones. The premise of Game of Thrones started with the controversy over the queen fucking her twin brother.
Yeah.
And having a relationship with her twin brother.
How are you gonna edit that?
How are you gonna edit that shit out?
That's why my first reaction was like, oh, it's gonna be interesting to watch how they're gonna
twin brother.
Yeah, and all her kids are not the king's kids because they are the kids of her with her fucking twin brother.
Yeah.
That's the premise of Game of Thrones.
I had no idea. Wow.
Even Logan is blown.
Yeah.
I'm blushing.
And he's Logan.
I know. Logan is blown.
Logan.
Logan, don't pretend like you didn't just come out fucking 20 minutes ago, okay? But it's okay. We love you.
Look, what did I
We
come
love
out
you.
for?
You
I
can
came out
suck
because
whoever's
of,
cock you want to suck, Log.
Hi, Mitsu, or
Mitsu,
what's
that's Miami.
Miami?
Is that a new one?
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I never liked cats. I'm allergic to cats, and
I love cats. I'm allergic to cats though, but I love cats. I always
knew that there's something wrong with you.
But I mean, hi, son, hey, Eric. Hi, cats.
I knew it. You don't like pussy.
Wait, hold on. I came out for something. What did I come out with?
Yeah. Log, you heard that shit? You heard that shit? You just got...
I haven't seen
Log, man.
That's why I'm coming out. I haven't seen that movie.
Hold on. My sister just said...
I've never seen Apocalypse Now.
Hold on. My sister just
said...
That's
rough because there's many versions.
No, can you fucking hear what I'm saying? Like, fuck.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
My sister just said, I knew it. You don't like pussy.
Did you really say that?
Yeah. Pussycat.
Sunshine.
But anyway, yeah, you haven't seen...
You look so beautiful tonight, too. I mean...
You haven't seen Apocalypse Now? Man.
No.
Hey, wait. Hold on. For the record, I do like pussy. Okay, like come on.
Caitlyn Jenner's pussy.
Pussy.
What pussy? What did you say?
Caitlyn Jenner's pussy.
Pussy.
What? Wait. No. Say it again. Which pussy?
You have to say. You're gonna make me say it 3 times. Back pussy.
Bass?
Back pussy.
Back put. I've never heard of that expression.
What's back god, pussy? Back pussy, Log. Back pussy.
Doggy style?
Like your pussy. You got a pussy in your back.
I like ass.
Yeah, like
I like the butthole.
Yeah, like man's back pussy.
Oh, man butthole. No. Man, no. I don't want to be disrespectful, but there is a certain porn star that I've talked over with Mark, and it's just like hypnotic. All right.
Go ahead, Logan.
This is about Young Frankenstein.
What?
Young Frankenstein is no longer young.
Logan. Did you just say hypnotic? Logan, did you just say hypnotic? You get hypnotized.
Cindy Starfall has the most hypnotic butthole.
Hypnotic is a fucking strange adjective for a tranny's butthole.
Now you made me. Now you have an image in my head. You know, hypnotic is like the spiral thing that goes around like this. Now I'm thinking that the butthole is like that.
Oh yeah. You don't know the first of it. Oh my god. Woo!
You know Logan's favorite punctuation?
What?
The asterisk.
What? So stupid.
The asterisk.
The asterisk. You don't get it? That's actually a pun word.
Gotcha.
You know what it looks like, right? Anyway,
are your fans really gonna be like this? Like, I mean, Young Frankenstein.
I don't know if they're gonna get this fucking far into the fucking. It's like 2:25.
Dude, it's 10:45 for me.
Oh my god! Yeah, we gotta wrap this shit up. We gotta wrap this shit.
Honestly, I was gonna wait. So let's 9 o'clock my time because it is 8:45, and I was gonna make a courteous notification. Shine, is it late for you? What's going on? Like, I really was. I was keeping my eye on.
Yeah, I gotta get my motorcycle too. I gotta get my motorcycle from the shop.
I need to go smoke.
Smoke.
Next time, I think I'm gonna do it in the balcony or somewhere outside so I can smoke or something.
But you know what? It's really funny as we sort of wrap it up. Ish, like within the next 15 minutes.
Let's move on from Sydney Starfall's asterisk, please. Okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the 3.5 hour. The 3.5 hour Irishman could not possibly be shorter than the podcast that we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's gonna be 4 hours. I better fucking I better save.
No. I mean, hour half, 2 hours tops for Irishman talk. You know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no one can sustain this. We're not Joe Rogan here. You know.
Like Joe Rogan and Kevin Smith.
We tackled every
fucking thing except for Young Frankenstein.
I think Young Frankenstein was the least of what we talked about.
Exactly.
The Irishman won't be like this.
Yeah.
It's only because I haven't seen Young Frankenstein in so long. And I mean, like, you want to talk about Robin Men in Tights? Let's talk. But I mean, our blazing saddles, you know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Talked a long time.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name from. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name from Men in Tights. Carrie.
Okay, I don't know either. I think it's Carrie Elwes.
Elwes? Is it Elwes?
I think.
Okay.
I think. I know. I know. I'm the same boat as you.
Yeah.
Carrie Elwes. He's good in that movie.
He's good.
He's good in Liar Wait.
He was in a Tim. Oh yeah. The Claw.
The Claw. You're afraid of the Claw.
Yeah. No. Wait. He was also in a.
That's him.
Yeah.
That was him.
He was also in a
He's
Tim
good.
Burton movie.
I love that guy.
He was also in a Tim Burton movie. Which movie was it again? Carrie Elwes. He was in a Tim Burton movie.
Princess Bride.
No. That's not a Tim Burton movie. Dad, can you look it up? Carrie Elwes.
Okay, wait. Jesus.
I think Sleepy Hollow or something. Oh no. He wasn't in a Tim Burton movie. He was in Bram Stoker's Dracula by Francis Ford Coppola. He was one of the.
Yeah.
He's one of the suitors.
Boyfriend.
Yeah.
He was in Saw.
Oh,
he was in
right.
Saw.
He was in Saw.
I never saw Saw. I never saw any.
You see the first one.
I never saw.
I never saw.
You see the first one. I think the first one's a good movie.
The first one's alright, but I never cared for it. But a lot of people, that's like a big cult following. Like, and I'm like, I saw the first one. I saw the fifth one. No, but like apparently, like up until the fifth movie or something, they're all separate. They're like not even sequels. They're just kind of separate movies. And then when you get to the fifth movie, they like connect them all in some weird odd ass way. Like and like fans dig that stuff. I actually, for Halloween, I saw all 8 Halloween movies minus Halloween 3, minus Rob Zombie movies, and wow, I'll never do that again. That's a journey. But I saw them in a rare.
I've seen Lord of the Rings in one day. The trilogy in one day.
That's like 9 hours, dude.
Yeah. No, longer, because this is like the extended version.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
like that stuff.
Return of the King was like 5 hours or something. It's long.
I never cared. I remember when we saw Lord of the Rings with Jeremiah. He fell asleep.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
I was watching.
Dude, after seeing Lord of the Rings, after seeing Lord of the Rings for the rest of the fucking day, the rest of the little day that was left, I was like, no, this is my friend. Like, talking like that. But Logan,
recently, I saw a whole season in one day. I went and watched TV for 12 hours straight.
Which one? Which?
Oh, I love you. I wish I could do that.
Oh, Riverdale.
Riverdale. Is that with Luke Perry?
Yeah.
Luke Perry.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's really cool that Luke Perry was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I mean, what an odd.
And you know what?
Here's the thing. Interview that they even talk about him.
And you know what? Here's the thing.
Here's
the thing. I think
Leo was like starstruck.
Starstruck, exactly. Here's the thing. Okay.
Wow, that's really sweet.
But here's the thing. I think Leo was just trying to be nice and not saying it exactly like how it was. But I think Luke Perry might have been
starstruck.
His research for the role, because Luke Perry was also a big TV actor that fell off after a while.
Yeah,
so it could be. I mean, remember Dylan from fucking 90210?
I can see those connections. Yeah. I remember.
And Leo was also a TV actor in the beginning.
Right, he was. But he was. See, the thing about that, Rick Dalton, the character, is the colleague that Leo DiCaprio blossomed from. Right, so yeah. Rick Dalton is like the TV star that never made it, while Leo is the guy that made it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be Leo, and Rick Dalton plays that guy that wants to be Leo, and Luke Perry might be that guy. I remember seeing The Fifth Element.
And Luke Perry was in the beginning,
and I'm like watching. I'm like, man, that's Luke Perry.
Yeah. So young.
No.
Yeah, he was a little kid.
Okay,
remember like when he was young, they were kind of like making him like they're telling that he looks like James Dean.
Yeah, that's right.
They were trying to make it like that, and he was cool. I thought he was, of anybody to blossom.
No, wait. Wasn't that the James Dean thing? Wasn't that like Jason Priestley though? Or like
no.
It was Luke Perry. I mean, Jason Priestley. Movies, but not. He tried to be Jason Priestley.
They even have the same look, even the lines in the form.
But like Luke Perry on 90210, they really polished him to be the James Dean kind of.
Yeah.
Bad boy.
But remember Family Guy?
I remember Calendar Girl.
Remember Family Guy though?
Fucking funny.
Family Guy. Yeah, Family Guy was like. It had like the whole thing about like Luke Perry is gay. Remember, Meg was like really pissed.
Oh, right.
Because Peter Griffin was
did
like
his own voice.
Yeah, he did his own voice.
Luke Perry did his own voice, so that's why he was in on the joke.
Yeah.
Right.
It was funny. Man, anyway,
it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. Miami, thank you so much for the cameo.
You're gonna be famous, Miami.
I know. Anyway, yeah, this has been fun.
And by the way, I could go on for hours, but I understand we've gone on for a couple hours.
Yeah, you're in Hawaii.
Next time, the focus would not be for how long you're gonna do it, but for how we can stay fucking
on topic.
On topic, exactly.
Yeah. This is a trial run, but
I'm gonna publish it anyway. I'm probably gonna publish it like in a few hours. It's gonna be fun.
And mind you, I will do more. I will be more prepared with like history and having seen the movie recently, and just I will kill it, and I'll be good for you guys.
Cool.
But I like the fact that this kind of worked, right?
Yeah, it worked. It worked very well, and I think it's.
Mike, I want to show you my setup though.
Okay.
Yes, I saw it earlier.
Yeah, because like, see, the light in my bedroom is too bright, so I have to screen to put a scarf on top of it.
Clever.
Because
look at this filmmaker.
I didn't fucking do it with my thing. That's why it's so
I didn't do shit.
My thing is just like I just put this thing in front of my fucking face.
I originally had this to like put in some color, but
the mirror. is holding it
Oh,
because the light is there.
nice. I like it. That's cool.
Mind you, I should say,
Man, we gotta wrap this up though. Hurry up.
I know. I just real quick. Moana is very, very impressively knowledgeable in movies.
And guess who told her that?
Me?
No, well, besides you.
Jeremiah?
No, someone in movies.
Oh, I think I know. My boyfriend?
No.
What's that black guy's name?
Michael
B. Jordan?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan was like, "Wow, you know so much about this." Anyway.
No, I when I visited Jeremiah and you guys one time, like 2015ish. Did I see you, Sarge? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember. But I hung out with Jeremiah, and Moana came out, and I was like blown away with her. Like, what? You know, Soderbergh? Like what? Like she was picking up on all the shit that we would talk about over the years.
Okay.
Jesus, like she's really like
she blew me away.
Exactly. This is how
she blew me away.
This is how cool my little sister is. Okay, just one short anecdote before I wrap it up. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. We're done.
One short anecdote before I wrap it up. This is how cool she is. Okay. So she would.
Oh God.
She introduced.
Danning!
So she introduced me to. She introduced. No, not with Michael B. Jordan. Not with Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, okay.
This was like but yeah, that's a whole other episode. But one time we were listening to. So she would always play like Arctic Monkeys. Whenever I would wake up, she actually introduced me to Arctic Monkeys, and then
that's fucking cool.
She did. So we were listening to a lot of the Strokes, okay, and then she was listening to On the Other Side. You guys, you guys know that song? Shine, do you know that song?
Yeah, of course.
On the other side, Julian, don't fucking show me. On the other side. Okay, anyway, so
you gotta say it.
I said it already.
I said it already.
You missed it. Julian,
on the other side.
Yeah. So anyway,
great song.
So most of the chorus, he's saying nobody's waiting for me on the other side. Okay. So we were listening. So just like, okay, cool, whatever, this and that. So she left the apartment and went to work. Okay. She left the apartment and then went to work. I guess she kept playing that song in her car or something. So she called me up right before she went in her workplace. She called me up, and then she said, "Hey, Kuya Mark, guess what? What? Do you realize how that song ended?" She said that.
No,
she said, "Do you realize how that song ended?" And then I was like, "Which one?" On the other side.
I like I'm listening to her. Like you're telling the story.
Yeah, she was like,
well, "How did it?"
She was like, "On the other." She was like, "On the other side," and I was like, wait, how does it end? And she says, he's been saying nobody's waiting for me on the other side. And then through the bridge, he goes through like, I remember when you came, you taught me how to sing. Now it feels so far away, you taught me how to sing. And then he realizes about himself, she said. He realizes about himself and he says like, I'm tired of being judgmental of everyone. I will not go to sleep. And then later on, in the last chorus, he says, on the other side, I know what's waiting for me on the other side. And then he repeats, on the other side, I know you're waiting for me on the other side.
Wow.
She said that. I could never forget when she said that. I was like,
wow,
what does that mean?
Man.
Huh? I didn't get it.
It means
it means like the character realized at the end of the song that there was someone waiting for him on the other side. It's not a sad life. It's not a sad life. It's not a sad
at all
life.
ever.
Yeah. There was someone, but he realizes this throughout the course of the song. Like nobody's waiting for me. Yeah, the bridge. Like all of a sudden it goes to the thing. And on that note,
I'm gonna listen to that song on the ending note.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you, Moana. That's great.
Yeah,
I mean, it is about 9 p.m. here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's how we roll.
I think that's a great note to
exactly.
end on.
That's how we roll in our family. And thank you. What?
My AirPods are gonna die.
Okay. Yeah. That's how we roll in our fucking family and everything. And that's why Sunshine is here to roll with us with all our fucking geekdom and with all of the movies.
Thank you for letting me be myself.
Exactly. Thank you for coming out, Logan. This makes it very, very, very. Thank you so much for coming out with a Cindy Starfall thing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cindy Starfall.
Logan, are you here? Are you here, Logan? Sorry, it's my closet.
Oh! And on that note, thank you so much, Sunshine. Thank you so much,
That was
Logan.
a good one, Shine. I love you.
Are out.
That's very good.
Bye.
Very good.
Bye.
All right, cut.